Oh, it's on the wrong
This is
screen.
the show.
Hang on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's just noises. There's no game, just noises.
Everything's broken. It's fine. Everything's on fire.
Brains included.
Yeah. So Emily abandoned us this week, and I feel really upset about it.
Yeah, how dare she have other friends? God.
I am upset and betrayed. Ah.
I don't have other friends, that's why I'm here.
Same.
You guys are my social life.
Basically. So what we have today, we have sponsor CanadianDice.ca. You can go to CanadianDice.ca and use the code TheVectair, all one word, for 10% off your dice order. And we have some pretty cool dice pick of the week from Maggie.
You can't see my dabbing. But, this week's dice pick is pandas, because pandas are nice.
Aww.
And
They're
I
very
liked them a
cute.
lot. One time, when I was going to university, there was a visitor's weekend, and we took my family, including my sister, whose favorite animal at the time was pandas. So, because it was so crowded, because all of the universities were having visitors weekend, plus it was DC, we waited 2 or 3 hours in line, and then we saw a panda poop. And my sister was very upset about the fact, because she didn't think that was going to happen that day.
That's right. Where
Yeah,
just, like,
panda dice
all
don't
over
produce poop. You can just look at pandas without having to wait 3 hours or deal with the poop. Perfect.
This is a solid plan. And not a solid poo. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. It just made sense in my head. I'm sorry. I'll leave now.
The San Diego Zoo, they're just sitting right there. You don't have to see the poop, just the pandas.
No poop, just panda.
I know from experience that I've been there. I've seen a panda.
Never see them poo, though.
I love that we're like 5 minutes in, less than 5 minutes in, or there's already poop.
I mean, have you seen the books that I've written? Because I feel like...
Hair.
Do you even know me at all?
Yeah.
Do you know that I
do. That's why I'm surprised it took 5 minutes to get to the poop jokes.
Not even. It took 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
There you go.
I feel like that's about
Almost a
standard.
record.
Yeah.
Because I think one night we started Mistwalkers with a poop joke.
Probably, yeah. Also, we are running for Black History Month and Birthday Month, but there's so many babies in February. So many babies. We're raising money for Black Girl White Coat, and I would just like to thank Erin for the donation that you sent in before we went live. So thank you, Erin.
No problem.
But you can donate via Twitch. I'm not sure why, but you can't do it from your phone. I haven't figured out how. You have to do it from a computer or browser source thingamajigger. But you can do it right from Twitch. And yeah. It is there. It's in the chat bar or under the video. But it's a really good organization. You should donate to it because you love us.
Yeah. Do the thing. Do it upright.
Yeah. Our Sunday night show, unfortunately, is canceled this week. Our DM has a whole bunch of homework to do, and it's the Superb Owl. So we are not streaming on DM Jeremy's channel on Sunday, but we will be here on the Vectair on Monday for Mistwalkers at 8:30. And it's going to be an interesting time. We'll see how it goes.
We
currently have a rabbit strapped to a centaur in a baby Bjorn.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
That's gonna happen.
Wednesday, Artemis and I are going to be over on Goodman Games Official for the Wasteland Saga, which is our Mutant Crawl Classic game. And you should come watch because it's lots of fun and stupid. And I love my character, even though she's an idiot.
Yep. And I'm doing chibi art for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if you need to catch up on any of our things,
Shenanigans,
campaigns, or one-shots, you can check us out on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music, not Amazon Radio.
Oh,
the hell,
sorry.
Artemis? What the fuck?
Sorry.
You know, I'm like Ron Burgundy. I'm just going to read what it says. Whale's vagina.
Oh, the power you have.
I know.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Everything's
But
fine.
next time, the thing is all going to be about poop.
Yep.
Yeah.
You obviously pay some attention because I do like put like little affirmations at the end sometimes, and you don't read those. So
Maybe I'll just start reading them.
yeah,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Affy's kind of
they're
a
all
big
for, they're all
deal.
for you. So like you just don't read them.
I don't read them at all. I don't even read them for myself.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding. We also have a new campaign that is starting. They just had session 0 yesterday. A Song of Crystal and Shadow. It is a Final Fantasy 5e campaign, all up in the imagination of DM Sophia. You may see them here in chat, Rockchick Sophia. And there's a couple spots left if you want to play. So you can visit a website that I can't remember off the top of my head, but it'll be over there in the box.
It's tinyurl.com/VacterFF.
Vacpack.
VacPackFF.
Yes. That's the one. So just fill that out. Let us know you're interested. And we'll try and hook you up. And without further ado, Artemis.
Yeah. Y'all good?
It's your turn. Go.
Oh,
Go.
my book is still free. If you want Babies and Broadswords book with all the rules, it's still free on Drive Through RPG.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I get it. Oops. YouTube, why are you so far behind? And where's the audio button?
Oh
Look.
no.
No, it's fine. I'm just monitoring YouTube from my phone.
Yeah, I've got it pulled up over here too. So
But I couldn't find the audio button, so
my
that was
system
feedback.
seems like it's holding up.
That's good. All right.
I've got all the stuff open, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
Okay. Well, it's your turn, so go.
All right. So, last time, dear gods, Elise went on a spiritual journey of some kind. Hi, Pasta. Went on a journey, and you guys were in Karini's village, and they took a vision quest, and they learned a little bit more about what happened to cause a stone to be lodged in their chest, how it got there, that sort of thing. Pasta is not a happy camper right now because I'm not paying attention to her. And
I'm paying attention to you, Pasta.
Yeah.
Pasta.
They learned a little bit more about that, got some more information as far as how they were chosen and why. Can I help you?
Yeah.
And then there was a feast. You guys all sort of You guys all sort of hung out, met Karini's family, met all of their cousins. Yeah, you spent the night in the village. Aster got to hang out with a couple of dandelions that they wanted to steal the little one of, but couldn't because it was just a baby. It's just a little guy.
One day Aster is going to rage when you deny her pet
Baby.
You do realize that you have a book in your hair that will summon a familiar. It has been in there for months.
Well, I mean, what she puts in there, like, it's gone forever.
Yeah, it might as well be a bag of holding at this point.
I think we're getting a bag of scolding. Just kidding. I just wanted to rhyme.
It's not my fault you guys don't write down your inventory.
I write down my inventory. I just don't write down anything else.
Anyways, in the morning, you were given a basket of like the food that was left over. Can you not?
Asta wants to talk. She wants to summarize the session. I think she hears us in her earphones,
Yeah.
right?
She does. As soon as she hears Bree, she comes running. Because she doesn't love me. She loves
Aw.
Bree more than she loves me. So
That's
True.
because she's your daughter, and daughters are like that.
True.
She's the cool auntie.
But
Also
she's
true.
very cute.
yeah, she's the reason I have bad posture.
I mean,
No other reasons.
that
we
tracks.
say.
No other reasons. I don't like curl over my tablet or anything when I'm drawing.
No. We're not
never.
queer. That's not why we sit
Mm.
bad.
No. But in the morning, you went back to Wild Call and picked up Bilphis, who only had 3 caffeine patches on that day. And you were escorting him back to Ebonbreak. And when we had left off, you guys had just sort of arrived. I'm going to push this map out to you because I don't believe that Aaron has seen this yet.
Probably not.
All right, so you have arrived in the capital city. You're coming in through the southern gate between 2 and 3. Most of you have been here already. And it's sort of up to you where you would like to go first. Bilphis says that his shop is in the market district where number 2 is there on the map, kind of right around the corner, so you can, escort him to his shop there, and he'll be there after that point then. But yeah, what would you like to do once you have Bilphis sort of at his shop and unloading things? He's literally like hucking things through his front door at this point from his wagon.
Yeah.
I guess go see the king and queen.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
been
that
a
is on
hot
your to-do
minute.
list.
Other than
Yeah,
that,
we
I don't know.
might want to do that considering we've been busy / putting it off.
Yeah, you didn't take a whole ass detour to a swamp just to avoid it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
There was important stuff to do over there first.
We never raided the thing.
You never did what?
We never looted because Elise was passed out, so I didn't want to metagame and have Elise say something.
Oh, okay.
Also, my bicep is shaking like crazy. Can you hear? Is it moving my mic or no?
No.
Nope, can't hear it.
So
That's good. I'm having some. Everybody, remember to stay hydrated. I am normally very hydrated, but I wasn't hydrated today. So this is a hydration check for chat.
Drink up, bitches.
yeah, chat.
Yeah, pasta.
Hey, Rick is making poop jokes in the
comfortable.
chat.
Rick, how dare you?
He gets inspiration. I allow it.
So, does the
Now we-
city look like any different from how we remember it?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Ooh, I want to see with my tongue.
With your tongue?
Yeah, boy. That's how I perceive. I'm flicking all up in here.
I thought you were just gonna go up and like lick a street sign. I forgot momentarily. I
know my way around now.
I know all the things. Okay, not bad,
Hey.
not bad. Good job.
Yeah, that's
So, yeah,
right.
you
I know
both-
what I'm doing.
You both noticed that there seems to be more of a guard presence than there was the last time you were here. You did notice that there was some of the silver hand here the last time, but there is more so now.
I
I'm not really sure
taste
why,
more
but
sticks up the ass than usual.
Maybe they went to the swamp too.
Yeah, that does happen a lot.
You
Not
got any
always.
more of that delicious coral? I'm just feeling like I don't know what to do because I haven't been here before, so maybe some coral time. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. I think Amy planted it in our garden box.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe later.
Okay. Yeah, so king and queen, I guess.
Yeah, let's go see those people.
Okay. So you make your way to the Sterling Palace. That is sort of your that's where number 1 is on the map there, right smack in the center of town. It's much the same that you remember. Just again, here there is an uptick in guards as well. You sort of present yourself at the gates, which for the first time that you've ever seen since you've been in this town, the outer gates are actually shut around the outer bailey. They're actually shut. They aren't letting people in and out. Usually, because the palace is part museum, the people are let in and out to go visit that, but not today. And one of the guards sort of greets you, and they're wearing like, last time that you were here, they were wearing their sort of like their tunics that have the silver hand on it, and just had spears and things like that. Now they are wearing studded leather jerkins and like knee braces and that sort of thing. They have a little bit more armor on than they did the last time that you were here. Something seems sort of amiss. And when you present yourselves at the gate, they stop you and halt. Who are you?
You don't recognize us?
You do.
Elise would step
I
up.
mean, I'm new, so like I get that. Sometimes it's hard being new, guys.
Yeah, Elise would step up, and since they're the courtier feet, they know a lot about wheeling and dealing. And they say, I am Elise, and this is the rest of my party. We have business with the royalty. And then, did we get any, like... Let me check our party inventory if we got anything from the royals.
You did have that missive that gave you permission to ride on the skyships for free.
I show them that.
He sort of takes it and looks at it, and you can see like his frown deepens a little bit, but he gives it back to you and he says, a moment. I'm not sure that they are up for visitors today, but I will check.
All right, we will remain here.
He kind of, you see him, he sort of like trots off up the path towards where the front door is, and you see him like, he sort of speaks to one of the guards that's at the door and waits for a few minutes. A couple of minutes later, that guard comes back and he trots back down the path to you guys, and the sort of side gate opens up to let you in, and he says, they are willing to see you today, but try not to take up too much of their time.
We will do our best not to.
What happened?
I am not at liberty to tell you. If they deem fit, they will show you.
Okay. And I go inside.
Okay.
So
Well,
guys,
you-
like, how serious do we need to be? I mean, I'm not a very serious person, and I'm
You
feeling
guys
like
didn't
this is a very
warn
serious
clarity.
place.
Because our party is actually not very serious, you let me...
I was gonna say, none of us fit that.
Well, I
Oh,
actually have political experience, so why don't you let me do the talking?
Also, they're
Okay.
silver dragons.
What?
Did you say that outside?
Once we're like away from the guards and like it's more of a quieter area, like they're silver dragons, so they're a little.
I feel like this is not our thing to say, and they can divulge whatever information they want.
They're dragons, like.
Let's just
Like-
continue walking. Let's continue
But
walking.
Ram just said that
They'll
they were.
explain what they want. This is not our secret to tell other people.
But
Okay,
clarity is part of our party.
I
I
could
know.
just leave if I'm another person. It's
No,
fine.
but this is very serious. I feel like it's almost like being outed There's a reason why they have to be secretive.
I didn't out anybody.
Their identity is unknown for...
Yes, but we have to warn our party of what we're going into.
Well, they're not hostile.
They might be, and they might become as such for whatever reason. We don't know the nature of dragons.
I know that if somebody was to willy-nilly say what I was, I would be not happy.
Okay, I'm sorry for saying that, but again, I feel it was necessary to protect the newest member of our party.
If you're not sorry, do not apologize.
I don't lie. But I am sorry that you feel I outed them, but that was not my case or my intention.
Let's keep
You know what? You just go inside. I'm gonna stay out here.
Feel maybe I'm gonna get in the way.
I don't think you all are going to get in the way, but there's a way to go about these things. And sometimes, in these sort of circles, you do have to hold your cards close. I don't want anybody getting hurt, because sometimes that knowledge does lead to more pain down the way.
You know what else leads to more pain? Getting fucking eaten by a dragon you didn't expect. Just saying.
I'm going forward.
Okay. Are you staying outside, Ram, or are you going in?
I'm staying with that.
Okay.
I'll go in as well.
And Clarity will stay behind.
Okay. Karini goes in with you. And you are escorted inside. You're led down the same sort of
Is that
antechamber.
Jersey? No, that's Windsor. Is it Windsor? Big boy.
So you're led down the same sort of pathway that you took before into the throne room. And again, inside here, there's a much heavier guard presence. And the doors are sort of flanked by guards that are wearing full... Oh, Emily.
Yeah.
So the guards that are flanking the doors are wearing full, sort of full plate mail and holding spears, and they sort of uncross their spears and let you in. You step through the big double doors and into the palace throne room again, which close behind you, and you find that the chamber is rather dimly lit compared to the last time that you were here. And you hear the queen's voice. You have returned. I'm very glad to see all of you. And you see sort of in one corner, you can see she's standing next to, like she's in her humanoid form right now. And she's standing next to what you can see is the king, but he's very clearly in his dragon form right now. And he is laying on his side, but he's breathing very heavily and looks unwell.
May I ask what's going on?
He was injured moving our children. His wound is yet to heal.
Is there anything that you may be able to do? I turned to Cranier and asked her.
I can take a look, Cranny says, and she kind of rushes over. And as you approach, you can see that along his like side, there are deep gashes that look like they've started to heal, but are not fully closed yet. And Karini sort of reaches out. a hand and casts a cure wounds. And some of the wounds close up a little bit more, and he's able to sort of sit up a little straighter. And he kind of picks his head up off of the floor. Hey, thank you, friends. You can hear his sort of deep rumbling voice that he has in this form. I was attacked on my way back here. I'm not sure what it was. Shadows and claws and teeth as I flew over the mountains to the north.
Can I make an Arcana check or based on looking at the scars and his description of what it is?
Sure.
Wait.
It's only a 4. You're not sure.
Yeah.
It could be any number of things. A lot of things have teeth and claws. So the wound is rather strange though to you. It's not something that you recognize. Aster, you
Could
either.
I-
It's definitely not something that
Oh.
you recognize.
Okay, yeah, I was just gonna ask if I might as well.
I mean, you can make a medicine check to see if you can like figure anything additional out, but
It is. Oh, actually, this is fine. Let's stay with medicine. Oh, that's nature. Finding my nature isn't all that great. Whoop doop 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 doop.
dirty 20.
I
Okay.
can't ever like this in battle.
Because that would be too easy.
It would, I guess. I would just be too powerful. That's why. I understand now.
You sort of as you sort of take a look at this, again, the wound is very strange. It's spread out, and you can see that there's 4 of them, and it's sort of spread out, and the gashes are very deep, very, very deep. But whatever this was must have been large, to say the
Yeah.
least.
And it was just one.
Yeah, whatever
think
it was
how many?
only one. Came out of nowhere.
It's troubling. Whereabouts did this happen again, if you were to point it on a map?
I was flying over the mountains to the north. And you guys all sort of know that the Haven Mountains are to the north. There's a lot of strange rumors about the Haven Mountains. There are things that live in those mountains that even Aster, in your sort of like guarded community, you've heard tales of the Haven Mountains. Some people say that they're haunted. Some people say that there are creatures that live beneath them. It's just all kinds of things that it could be anything, honestly. But he seems like he's doing a little bit better. He's a little bit more steady now that Craney sort of cast another healing spell at him. But he does not revert into his humanoid form. He stays in his dragon form for now.
Is this part of the reason for all of the extra guards and security and such?
Yes, he is, if he were to be attacked, I would fear the worst.
How are the children? Are they safe?
They have been moved to a safe place, yes.
All right. If you would like, I can try to get in contact with my mother for her to send people over from Blackspire.
Unless your mother can move between the planes, I don't know that that's going to help.
I don't think she.
They have been moved somewhere safe.
I meant for your husband, actually.
Oh, here?
Yes.
No, we are well in hand. Our captain of the guard, he is quite well. He does a good job at keeping us safe. We just needed some extra security while my husband heals.
Mm-hmm. but we have completed the task that you have asked about. I'm sorry that all of this has happened though in our absence.
It is okay. We sent you out for a reason. You found it.
We did, correct?
Yeah, it's in Aster's hair.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Master's just kind of like, it's in here somewhere. Please
Just
hold.
give us a moment. I just like kind of like walk in front of Master and hold my cloak up while Master like tries to find it.
It's literally holding her hair up like a giant hairpin.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did twist it around like that.
At least that's what you
Pull it
said
out.
last time.
That's right. Yep, that is right. uh Presented.
Okay. So the queen sort of takes the staff that you had found, the one known as Salmaline's tear, and inspects it, sort of holds it out to her husband, who kind of, in a very dragon sort of way, sniffs it, and they both sort of inspect it, and she sort of runs her hands along it, and the crystal at the end of it sort of spins, and she gently inspects it, and like you can see that there's like a flash of arcane energy in her eyes as she inspects it, and she turns back to you, Aster, and she holds it back out to you, and she says, it seems that this is already begun to bond with you.
I have been licking it, and I take it back.
That's an interesting way to bond with a relic, but sure.
Well, I wasn't sure what to do. I'll try a lot. I'll try other stuff.
It is as we thought. It was made by a god, Sylvanus in this case. You can sense his magic on it. It is fitting that it sort of came to you, little one.
Oh.
You seem to be
Hopefully.
in touch with nature.
Yeah, I'm getting better.
Well, if our research is correct, it will grow with you as you grow. So work with it and see what it can do. The stories, these weapons and items, they hold great power. You are missing some of your group. Where's the metal one and the blue dragonborn?
The Blue Dragonborn has been called upon another mission, and the Metal One and I will not lie, we got in a bit of an argument over something. They are outside. Would you like me to fetch them?
Sure. I do have more work for you later, or I will have more work for you later.
Reason why we got in an argument is because we do have a new party member that we've come across, and well, I do not think that the Metal One and I sometimes see eye to eye with how much information we should divulge, but Ram did divulge the fact that you and your husband do have other forms, and I did chastise them for that, and maybe that was wrong of me, as it is not my place to decide what you are okay with, not okay with being said, but on your behalf, I did get offended.
Well, if they travel with you, we will trust your judgment. We trusted you with our secret.
Well, I will go fetch Ram and our new party member, Clarity. And Clarity has a familiar named Emmy. Just so you know, I shall be right back. Aster and Kurani, excuse me for a moment. Go walk. Like, I imagine it's like one of those, like, you can hear like the footsteps echo. It's very quiet. As
It
I
is. The
leave.
palace is quieter than you've ever heard it. The last time that you
Yeah.
were here, there was sort of like a hustle and bustle, even just like servants coming in and out and things like that. It is not like that right now. It is very quiet.
I open the door and I say, Their Majesties would like to see you both. They are aware of the situation. And I must warn you, though, one of them is in quite poor shape, so please, if you do not stare, but if you have any ideas, maybe spitball them around. We have more work to do.
Me too. I don't want to overstep.
Elise rolls their eyes and is like, come on. They know that you're here, and they know that Emmy's here.
Okay. I'll follow you in.
Where's Emmy right
Whole
now?
time too. After
Oh,
right after
always-
Elise left.
Emmy's on my shoulder though.
Okay. Ram, do you come inside?
Are you sure it was okay to tell them about Emmy? I mean, that wasn't your information to give, and I walked past Elise.
If you want to be passive-aggressive towards me, that will not be productive. This is a
It
very
makes
serious
me feel better, so I'm just gonna stick with it.
We can talk later. I'm not
Clarity is really trying to really be chill and not laugh.
Oh, Clarity.
The reason
Like-
why I told them about Emmy is because I wanted to be respectful, let them know who is going to be here, and also tell people their names so that they knew who they were talking to.
I'm still walking.
Okay. And what were you saying, Keisha?
Oh, I was just gonna say after Elise had left and it's just those four, there's just like solid silence before Aster's like, so how do you sleep?
What do you mean, small one?
Like, how do you? I mean, it's obvious everybody pretty much sleeps. That's not much for conversations. But how do you sleep? That's the real question.
Most of the time quite well. You could tell that they are very confused by the question. The king just sort of chuckles. He like that sort of deep rumbling sort of chuckle that dragons would have. He just sort of chuckles and he says, "I like this one." And you sort of like in this form, you hear him in your head more than you do like with your ears. That sort of bond that dragons sort of can make. But after a few moments, your friends return, and Ram, you're able to see that the king is indeed in not the greatest of shape. And Clarity, for the first time ever, you get the sight of not only the queen, who is in her humanoid form. She's currently, she's got sort of darker skin, dark brown hair, sort of silvery colored eyes, and she wears a lot of like silks that are flowing gray and that sort of thing. She has a small silver crown, and beside her is the biggest silver dragon that you have ever heard of, let alone seen.
I'm
And-
guessing that I haven't seen a whole
No,
lot
you
of
probably haven't
dragons.
seen any dragons, let alone one this size. You do know that dragons, to get the size that he is, have to be very, very old.
Got it. And I have I'm trying to keep all my cool because I was forewarned and didn't just walk in with no knowledge. But I'm keeping my mouth mostly shut because Elise says they have the talking. So zip it.
Okay. Is Emily ready?
I don't know.
Maybe getting there, but I don't think quite yet.
Okay, so
Oh, okay.
we're gonna let Emily jump in here real quick. Because they just got here, so give everybody like a couple of seconds to get in here before we continue. Emily.
Like we're trying to summon her. Emily.
Well, that one night it worked on Sly.
Emily.
That's true.
It was very weird. In the meantime, go visit CanadianDice.com or .ca and get some cool dice.
Or other such things like necklaces and pins and stickers. Yeah.
Panda. Hello?
There's Emily.
Hey,
Hey. Give me a
the
second.
summoning has worked.
Surprise, I'm here.
Just gonna fix the cams. Give me a second. Just 1 second here. Oh, who's?
But I did just see the panda dice, and I'm not gonna lie, I want them.
There. Yeah.
What code could you use to get 10% off, though?
Oh wow, I wonder.
We're so good at this, guys. Keep going.
I have to look. Is it Vectair?
I wonder if
Vectair?
Jeremy's snip still works.
No, that one expired.
Oh, darn it. That one was great. That was my favorite code he's ever had.
Yeah.
What was it again?
The
Vectair.
for 10% off.
Shipping to US and Canada. And, Ryan ships things out fast.
He does.
Yeah.
This is true. That's very true.
He's on top of that shit.
Yeah,
Shit is hard to
Viking,
get
I
on
look
top of.
different because I'm using my webcam tonight rather than my phone. So we're trying
I was
it
gonna
out
say,
to see how well
yeah,
it works.
it looks different. Dude, I have a keen eye.
It's very weird because I'm used to seeing you guys here right around where my camera is, and now you guys are over here. So
You can't see
It's-
me. I'm invisible.
it's weird. No, the only person that I can see is Affy because everybody else is loading, so I don't know what's going on.
I'm
Oh,
so
no.
furious.
I've been having issues with the camera.
Actually, while we're waiting for this, I'm gonna pee real quick.
Just as I finish and am ready.
Yeah.
We're good. Everybody's here now.
Kayla, thank you.
I'm just fixing it, guys. You have to give me a second.
Are they yelling at you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Rude.
No, Artemis, Emily is in your spot.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, so
Everybody
to catch
knows who's
Emily up,
who.
how much of that did you hear? I'm not sure where you were.
I was
So-
listening while I was driving.
Oh,
So-
okay. Oh.
Some of it.
Okay.
You go.
So you didn't hear all the things that they said about Kurini then, did you?
Definitely not. I heard something about me abandoning everybody at the very beginning. And I was like, I did not.
Look, I have attachment issues, okay?
No, I can't find the little drawing I did.
Sure.
I'm ready though.
Who was that?
Is that a cat? Oh.
my
He's just sitting
goodness.
there watching me.
He
Ignore
sounds
my
so
trash.
mad.
You can see him.
Oh, yep.
He's a baby.
Oh,
He's a baby.
it's so
Oh,
cute.
He's so mad.
Oh, man.
He's like, hey!
Aw.
Like,
Saw your hand.
Okay. Good to go.
Pasta, can you not?
Apparently, we are not good to go. Pasta's not ready for her camera shot.
It's the most
So
important thing.
She keeps trying to like go behind my computer screen and chew on wires.
Pasta, no, you cannot do that.
No.
That is
No.
dangerous for pastas. They are not noodles.
Cause she's sassy.
I used to have like I would take the old Mac chargers that they were like they had like a metal thing at the end instead of like a cord that you just like plugged in. I would put the metal part against my tongue while it was plugged in. That was a dumb
Why?
joke. This is a. It was like whenever you like rub ink against your tongue, like from a metal pen.
No, sweetie.
Never mind. These are not universal experiences.
I'm confused.
Let's get back to it.
Okay, sure. Anyways. So yeah, you two enter the throne room and are greeted by the queen as well. And she sort of looks at you, Ram, and she says, I'm glad to see that you are well.
I'm fine. Doesn't look so fine here, though.
His wounds will heal. It will just take some time. So you have completed the task that we set before you, and we do have, as promised, there is a home that has been prepared for you, and a reward. We have been gathering research on more items, and eventually we would like to send you out after a few more, if you are looking for work.
I just look at Louise.
I believe that we can arrange the time, depending on what also we are getting. We would probably want to negotiate that.
Of course. For now, though, you should go visit your home. Get some rest. You've done well bringing this to us.
Is there any more I can do for him right
I
now?
don't want to like use all your spells on you. You used to cure wounds, so like, if there's something else that you think you could do, go ahead and roll me a medicine check, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Oh,
Do you have any lollipops you could give him? Like at the
okay. Now, Dice, I get a +9 to this. I need you to cooperate with me so that I can heal this dragon. It's okay.
15, okay. Yeah, you think maybe that like one of your stronger healing spells probably would do more?
Like just higher level? Or like...
Yeah, or like the one that you do that you like hurt yourself with.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
I just didn't want to like use your spells on you while you weren't here, so.
I will do that. Oh gosh. I'm at full health. I'll do it at level 4. Hold on, I'm just gonna make a D&D Beyond roll it so that I don't have to do math. Or I guess I can do I have it in here? I think I do.
math is hard. I don't like math.
We say while playing a math-based game.
Right?
Yes, math is the reason why we have Rob. Monday game.
True.
How do I upcast something from the character sheet in Fantasy Grounds?
Grab the dice and pull it off, like click and hold and pull it off in towards the tray, and then you click the other button until you're at the spell level that you need to be at.
Okay. Okay, well. Why did it do it to everybody?
You probably had everybody tagged, like in the combat tracker.
Well, heals twice that, so.
Okay. So yeah, the wound closes up even more, and he's able to sort of like lumber to his feet a little bit more, and he looks at you and he says, "Thank you. I appreciate it greatly."
Or if you need me to come back, I can.
This helps. Thank you.
Would a jar of leeches help?
A what?
A jar of leeches.
I don't think so.
They're enchanted.
Oh,
Don't they heal? They heal,
I
right?
just like take out a leech and like chuck it at him.
That's how it works. Here.
throw
Figure
the
it out.
leech at him, and it like he's got an enormous snout, and it just sits there, and like he just makes like the best face. Like,
Do you want me to go remove that, or
He heals 22.
holy crap! I forgot about those
rolled
rolls.
max heal.
That's an amazing leech.
Yeah.
Leeches.
I was gonna say, don't those heal?
Yeah. How many leeches are in the jar?
Oh no. Just cover
Oh boy, I'm trying to remember now.
Did we even discuss it? I don't know. I only have one jar of leeches, but it's multiple leeches and I only use one.
Yeah, it should be. Hang on 1 second here. I can tell you.
Can you use these leeches?
Well, you guys have never used them before. You've been carrying this jar of leeches around since session 20, so.
Yeah, we have a lot of that kind of stuff.
If you were to have leeches for a dessert, it would be dolce de leeches.
Ew, gross.
No.
I would try it.
Okay, if he still looks wounded, Aster's gonna feel like really put out and be like, well, I've learned how to heal. I can heal too.
He does still look wounded. He looks better than he did, but.
Well, I'm gonna
but
activate my glowy glow powers to give me an extra oomph for my cure wounds. Huh.
Adorable.
I never heal. I have to do it.
Clarity just says to Ram, kind of next to them, says, I don't know how to heal anything, so I
You
hope
want a
that's
leech?
okay. I mean, I can stab somebody.
I don't think that'll help in this situation.
Fair enough. I'm just trying to be quiet.
Let's see, jar of leeches.
But they keep talking to me and I don't know what to do about it.
I think you're doing great.
Thanks. I really
I mean-
appreciate that.
You gave him 22 health or something. That's, I mean, with
I had to put
leeches,
enough
no
time.
less.
I'm not even a healer, so like
I know.
I usually
I'm
hit
really-
things.
I'm really impressed as a
feel-
non-healer myself.
I feel really tall right now. Like really, really tall.
Are your extendo legs out?
Yeah. But like extra tall because I did something better than Curity.
Nuh-uh, I did twice as much healing as damage I took.
Oh, you did
24.
24 healing? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah!
Well, I mean,
It's because I rolled 2 ones.
if you
Okay.
look at the dice comparable, I did better.
Ram, roll a d10.
Only good things could come from that.
2.
So there are 6 more leeches available.
Ooh.
I had to pull up the item because I couldn't remember.
Not bad.
Oh. Well.
Okay. So, anyways, you're able to sort of you guys all sort of put these healing spells in, and Aster, you do as well, and he definitely looks much better than when you got here. The wound is almost completely closed now, and he's able to sort of get to his feet completely, and sits up, like on his hindquarters, and surveys all of you, and he says, "I see that my wife's trust was well placed. I am glad to hear all of that. Thank you for your help." And he sort of like, you watch as he sort of like concentrates for a minute and then like shrinks down into his humanoid form. And as men go, he's very pretty looking. Elven sort of features, accentuated, like almost fey-like. Their ears are extra long. They have very pretty gray eyes. Just sort of a very beautiful person. And sort of nod at you and says, if you would like, our stewards will show you to your new home.
Thank you very much. That would be lovely. Please get some rest yourself. Enjoy your time with your wife.
Shut up, Effie. I saw that.
I didn't say anything.
I can see chat,
I can't see chat. My internet's exploding.
Anyways, so you wait a few minutes, and a female dwarf with a sort of like full reddish beard appears, and she greets you, sort of gives you a half bow, and she says, if you'll come with me, I will show you to your new home.
All right, I guess we
Okay.
go.
All right, so on the city map, I marked where the new home, like where your new home is going to be, and it's located up in number 7 there. There's like a purple circle up there. You're sort of led out through the outer bailey. They actually take you out, instead of coming in through the main gate where you came into the palace. They actually take you out the north end and up through the city that way, and you're sort of escorted through the city. They introduce themselves as Kaya, and gotta look at my notes here. Kaya. What's your last name?
I opened the book.
Sorry,
When we met her.
Kyla. Kyla. You opened up to the book? Okay.
Yeah.
And introduce themselves as Kyla. Kyla Ironstead. And I will send you her secret. Give me 1 second here.
Clarity wants to just say how much she really admires her beard. Just really awesome. Really a fan.
She sort of like, straightens out her tunic, and she smiles and she says, "Thank you. I grew it myself."
And you did a great job of it. Just saying.
I would have to steal a beard.
You can also just buy them as well. You don't have to steal them.
No, I think I would need to steal one.
Elise doesn't ask questions of
Satisfying.
what that entails.
Sorry, I had the wrong note pulled up. Let's see.
As we're walking, I think Karini will just look at Clarity and be like, "Do you have, like, a god you serve? Or something?"
So much. Not really. I
Okay.
mean, Like, yeah, not really. I'm open to all the things, and I do not judge. I just haven't settled on one yet, you know?
Sure. Not obligated to. Just curious. Didn't know if you had a certain path you were taking. If that makes sense.
Sure. Can you take a path away from from a god? I mean, can you go on a path that does I don't know.
I feel like our group is firmly on a path away from a particular god, so sure, yeah.
What about me? I just told you I just had that vision quest where I met multiple gods. And a cool guy with no skin.
Sure.
I also
didn't have skin.
Yeah, he had no skin. He could choose
Clarity-
whatever form he wanted, but he chose to have no skin.
Clarity turns to Kyla and is like, "What about you? How do you feel about gods?"
They get sort of like nervous. They're like, they serve their purpose, I suppose. I'm not much of a follower myself.
That's a great answer. I love that answer.
You can see they sort of like scuttle a little faster. Like,
Can I tell,
nervous.
is Clarity flirting? I need to know the answer to this question. Can I make an insight check?
Make an insight check, Clarity. Make a deception or persuasion check, I guess. Or, I guess.
I can't tell if you're trying to like put the awkwardness of the conversation onto somebody else, or if you're genuinely like, "Hey, you're interesting." I got a 26.
For deception, I got a natural 20, so I got a 25.
Oh, but I got a 26.
Oh, well then, yes. I'm flirting with the hot bearded lady because I have this is mostly Aaron has an obsession with bearded dwarf ladies, which everyone in chat is talking about.
I love it.
I'll just make a mental note of that and keep moving along with my day.
just because everyone in chat already knows my obsession with bearded dwarf ladies, I'm sorry.
No need to apologize.
No, it's an amazing.
All right. So, anyways, you guys are led through town, and eventually you are led to it's sort of a gated community, but not really. It's very fancy in this part of town. Elise, you are definitely happy to see buildings like this. It's definitely not the peasant side of town.
Oh, thank God.
And eventually you are led outside of a 2-story manor house that you are presented with paperwork and a key. And very quickly, Kyla sort of like gives you a half bow and scuttles back off after giving Clarity a wink and scuttles back off towards the palace.
Come visit!
Promising.
We're not even going to explain the paperwork. Do we have to sign anywhere, get this notarized?
For no reason whatsoever, just out of absolute random curiosity. Are our rooms soundproof?
This is a very suspicious question.
Well, you can go in and take a look.
You would like
could
the
make a
room
map of
farthest
this
away
house
from
for you guys.
I need to know. I know this town is heavy on its soup, so I just want to be prepared.
I don't need a bedroom, so I'll just hang out on the main floor, I guess. So you guys have fun.
But you could have a bedroom to put your stuff and have Reggie have space, and a bedroom's not just for sleeping.
Are there trees? Are there trees
Just
around
have
the house?
a room. That is
Okay,
yours.
So I'm gonna push the first floor out to you guys. I did put stuff on the map However, the house would like when you get inside, the house is like not really all that. It's not really furnished. You can, with the money that they gave you and stuff like that, you can design the house how you want. But I
Sims.
had just sort of put stuff in the house for you.
What does the creation skill do? I make sure of it.
So this is the first floor here. There is one bedroom on the first floor, as well as like there's a place for like a library to be set up, a training room. There is a sort of shrine area. Can you guys all see the map?
Are those drums? Yes. Oh, no, those are not drums. Okay.
Would you like to play the drums? I'm sure
we have drum circles and like
Maybe.
meditation.
Yeah! Yeah! Meditation
Absolutely.
drums.
We could definitely invite Kyla if we're gonna do some guided meditation and drum circling.
An innuendo.
Okay, so this is the first floor. The second floor, you guys can duke it out over who gets what room. And let's see here. Here's the second floor.
Nice.
But there is sort of on the second floor, Aster, you do find that there's sort of like an open air sort of balcony.
Oh my god, can that be my room? I'll just live out there. I'm gonna roll around in the plants. I'm rolling around in the plants.
I'll take one of the larger rooms on either side of the staircase. I don't need access. I burn quite easily.
Okay. Well, anyways, you guys can duke it out over what rooms you want. So now we're gonna move into the sort of like downtime that I talked to you guys about. So I hope you guys prepared. But first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our break.
I want more pizza.
Perfect time for it.
Yep.
I could also make soup. I think I was really dehydrated because when I sat down, my arm was twitching really bad, and now it's not.
You guys are loading on my screen. I can't see you.
The poster.
I just needed you to hear that. and see. You just
Oh god. Oh god. We're just having all kinds of tech trouble tonight. It's great.
I can't fix it.
turn it off and on again.
No, this is so beautiful. Oh. You're gonna turn this off. Oh, yeah.
I'm really excited that you decided to lean right into that cheek kisses.
You're welcome. Have no regrets nor no shame. Oh.
Give Maffy a second to fix the cameras. There. Hey, look, Keisha's moving again.
Hey, I'm alive.
So good.
Oh,
Good times.
amazing.
Good times.
Amazing. Any hoozle. So before we went to break, you guys were given the key and deed to your new house, which is called Windspire Manor, Bella Pasta. And you can pick a room and figure out your shit from there. But we are moving into the 2 months of downtime that you guys are going to have now. So who would like to start with what they wanted to do?
So I guess that that Ram really wants to go because Avi's pointing at herself.
Nope, no goes.
So either Emily or
I mean, I can if you want.
okay, go for it, Emily.
All right. Well, let's see. First, there's all the stuff I need to buy. So, Rainy is going to spend 2,025 gold pieces on various spell components.
Okay.
And things that she needs. And she's going to go to the library a bit, do a little research on.
Okay. What is it that you're looking for as far as like research purposes at the library? And specifically, are you going to the Opus?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think she's going to do a little bit of general research on like the different gods that are worshipped by people in the group, and make sure she knows basics about all the various religions represented in our group of people.
Your weird little family.
Yeah. And also, if possible, because I know that these like weird, creepy creatures associated with Thera's Dune, the Owlips.
Okay, yep, the Owlips.
Attacked my people. I'm gonna also research Thera's Dune.
Okay.
And then maybe some arcane magic, because that's kind of fun.
Alright, so let's start with all of the little the deities for the people in your house.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll me roll me 3 religion checks.
3 religion. Okay. Come on.
Okay.
2.
So you got a 16, an 11.
Oh.
Hey, there you go.
Good grief.
And that's 25. Alright, so the rest of you notice that for like the first little while as you're getting set up in the house, number one, there's a lot of construction sounds coming out of what you thought was supposed to be the like shrine in the home, and Karini refuses to let anybody in there. Like when they're not there, the doors are shut. You can't get in there, and they disappear for like hours on end into the big library. And so Karini, you learn that so you sort of take a list of all the different deities that are sort of represented in your weird little family here, and I would say with those roles you learn a fair amount about pretty much all of them, but is there a particular one that you would like to learn the most about?
Out of the ones from our group?
Yes.
I think Karini probably is already somewhat familiar with like Raven Queen. She's already had a conversation with Ayun. She doesn't really know anything about Ouroboros, so that one.
Ha! I win.
Emily also doesn't know anything about Ouroboros.
Okay. So you spend a few days sort of pulling books, and like you get some help from the little ethereal butterfly cats that serve as servants here in the Opus at the Great Library. And you spend a few days sort of researching, and you are able to determine that Ouroboros is a snake. He's what's called the world snake, or sometimes known as the Great Worm. It sort of depends on which culture you follow, but he is either he guards the roots of the World Tree, which is the very first tree, sometimes known as Yggdrasil. It is grown in a sort of plane all on its own, in like it's like a smaller plane inside the ethereal plane, and it is guarded over by, so the very first tree was gifted to existence by Sylvanas, and it grew into this massive tree, and it's grown in what's known as the garden, and the tree itself is called Yggdrasil, and between the sort of like roots that grow into the soil around it, a lot of times other worlds can be accessed through those roots. Aurora Boros, he, depending on which culture you follow, he guards the roots of that tree, or he carries the material plane on his back, and it's his constantly turning. He's sometimes depicted as a large black adder that is like devouring his own tail, and as he sort of circles constantly on himself, the world turns. And that's why the constellations are constantly moving, and there's all sorts of stories about that. And Aster can confirm some of this for you as well, that these are sort of the stories that she grew up knowing.
Okay.
And that he is, generally speaking, out of snake deities, he is considered to be a more neutral deity. Okay. Most snake-type deities tend to be more on the evil side, but he is considered to be neutral. He was given the task of protecting the roots of the World Tree or carrying the material plane on his back, just depending on which one you sort of subscribe to. And all of the constellations are on his scales. And he is... Let me pull up my notes that I have for him here. He, generally speaking, is a deity of rebirth and constant change in energy. Okay. Considered to be sort of immortal, and that's why he's always constantly depicted as devouring his own tail. And he is considered to be sort of a symbol of both the preservation of life and the destruction of all things. He sort of is always in that balance, that there's that constant balance of nature, that constant balance of keeping things moving, very much against like stagnation and that sort of thing. And when he's depicted as guarding the roots of Yggdrasil, he is constantly moving between the roots and guarding, like winding and twisting between them. And he's often depicted as a pure black scaled adder with the constellations on his scales, and he has the 4 moons depicted on his forehead.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Cool.
Anything else important with that? No, that's pretty much. And you can always, like, you can discuss this with Aster too if you want, but he is generally considered to be. He usually does not involve himself with mortals, So it's a little strange that he has chosen Aster, but not unheard of.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool.
Let's see, you got 16 and 11 as well. So, as far as the other deities in your family go, you learn that like the Raven Queen is, generally speaking, she's not allowed to be involved in things that would affect mortals. Like, she is meant to stay neutral. She was not allowed to get involved in the war because the moment of death must remain uncorrupted.
Okay.
That's sort of like her big thing, is that she's very against things like liches and like death knights and that sort of thing. The Aleps that attack your village, she would very much be against.
Okay.
And then as far as the Aleps go, when you did some research on them, you learn that they make me an Arcana check real quick.
Okay.
22? Okay. So, they're generally speaking, they're considered beings of madness. They have this ability that's called the Whispers of Madness, and they can oftentimes, when used as assassins, they can cause residual madness if not dealt with. Like, if they're difficult to sort of kill because of their gaseous nature. And even sometimes when you do, it doesn't necessarily fix the problem because they can cause residual madness. You didn't see any evidence of that in your village, and there are strong enough people in your village that could sort of cleanse that sort of thing, that you wouldn't have that issue. But it is a possibility, and for the most part, they are considered to be the assassins of Tharizdun, the god of madness. So it's not unheard of that he has sent these before.
Okay.
And then for Tharizdun, is there anything in particular that you are trying to learn about Tharizdun?
I guess Craney's probably trying to figure out what it is that he would be after. Probably the obvious, as far as like using Asira to try to kill a god, but like,
yeah.
Why else is he meddling?
So he is often depicted, and Ram can definitely confirm this. He is often considered to be like depicted as a creature of just roiling black ink or shadows with eyes. And he is the god of madness and destruction, and his goal back before history was sort of written was that he wanted to, when he betrayed the other gods, he wanted to completely wipe out all life not considered divine and start over. He wanted to wipe everything out, mortal life, everything, and start over, because he thought that mortal beings had become too sort of, I guess, uppity would sort of be the word. Some of them no longer answered to deities, and he thought that was wrong. He thought that every mortal being should be grateful that they are alive and answer to a deity. Didn't matter who, but they should answer to them nonetheless. That did not go over well with the Council of Deities. The war was begun, and during the war, at the tail end of the war, he was bound in these chains that were created in Mechanus, the plane of absolute law. And he was bound in these chains, and they sort of made him go into a slumber, and then he was hidden away somewhere. But this was all like after he had managed to, and nobody really knows exactly how, and you can't confirm this, but given what Asira has told you, somehow he was able to learn that the blood of the hinds, when infused on a weapon, were able to do catastrophic damage to a god.
Okay.
This is how Ioun was wounded. She's considered the wounded deity. She's considered the wounded one, the knowing mistress. You know, she has many names, but she was towards the tail end of the war. She was wounded very grievously. Many thought she actually died, but she was hidden away, and she sort of still recovers to this day. The wound was so bad. And if they were after Syrah, who is the last of her kind, more than likely, it's him trying to finish what he started.
Okay.
Even if maybe they don't know where Ioun is, where she's been hidden away, the fact that they like sort of know that Syrah was around, probably not good.
Okay.
But there are rumors. I hope Effie's not napping. I would be so sad. I just saw chat, so. Yes, I realize. I've warned all of you that this campaign is really fucking lore heavy. Okay, so anyways. You learn that like there was a special rite done to bind him in these chains that was performed by what was called the Council of Luminaries. What you have learned are the people who were gifted these sort of items that, like the one that Aster is now carrying around in her hair.
Right.
You learn that they gifted these items to mortal beings as champions to sort of help fight back against this and perform this special ritual, which was able to then bind him in these chains. And since then, he has become known as the Chained Oblivion. It's safer to refer to him as the Chained Oblivion because knowing something's name gives it power. Speaking that name gives it power.
Okay.
So it's safer to refer to him as the Chained Oblivion.
Gotcha.
Okay. So that's sort of the research that you wanted to do. Was there anything else that you wanted to?
I'm gonna do a couple things. First, I'm gonna make 5 vials of holy water with some of the stuff that I bought. And then I'm going to gather up my herbs and oils and incense and drag it into that sanctuary. And I'm going to do a little bit of like stone shaping stuff in the time leading up to it. And at some point, you would probably see that Karani also has like a bandage on her hand from something. And then I'll spend 24 hours casting Hallow.
Hence all the construction sounds.
Yeah. And then I'll spend 24 hours casting Hallow in our sanctuary area.
Okay. Nice.
And
then you want to tell everybody what that does?
Yeah, when it's done. So, well, first of all, the spell itself. It has a whole stinking long thing. But basically, I'll stand in the middle and choose that as a point. So in a 60-foot radius all around that, that is holy ground. Celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead cannot enter the area, nor can they charm, frighten, or possess anyone inside. You can bind an extra effect to the area. So in this case, I'll choose one. I have chosen one, but after about 24 hours, I think Karini will like come out, gather everybody up, and bring you all down to this little temple. And
She like emerge through the doors like Aragorn showing up at
kind of no.
The most gracious man ever. other than yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Karini doesn't look that cool, sure. But she'll open the doors and invite you all in after you literally haven't seen her for like 2 days straight. The doors have been locked. And you come in, you see almost the same room as it was before. But this time there are these like simple niches in the walls that have candles, so it's dimly lit in here. Instead of benches, there are now carpets, prayer mats, cushions, and blankets scattered all around the room. So there are like cozy private spaces that you can go to within this open room. And then at the front, where there was once a large altar, there's now just an open space with more cushions. Near the left side of that curve, there are natural kind of golden orange linen pillows. And there's a small sculpted stone niche in the wall with a little shelf in front of it that looks like this. If you can see it, I don't know. That's what it looks like. There's a shelf for incense. To the right side of that little like half circle area, there are pillows of black silk and black velvet, and there's a sculpted stone niche in the wall with an image of the Raven Queen, and there's a small basin beneath filled with thick red liquid that looks like blood, and you realize maybe why Karini had a cut on her hand. And then at the back in the center, there's a pile of deep blue cushions speckled with embroidered silver stars. And above the cushions, there's an eye-shaped hole sculpted into the ceiling and into the patio above so that starlight can come down into the space. And when you sit on the patio, there's a protective lip around the hole so you don't fall in. But there's an eye-shaped stone plaque on the lip with an image of the Ouroboros set into the center like an iris. When you walk in here, you also feel bolder, as if you could never be afraid in here. And it's a holy place, but it's also protected. I drew all the little niches and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Don't
so
know if
cute.
you can see them.
Aww.
That's really awesome.
Okay. So you want to tell everybody which gods are like represented here then?
Yeah, so the golden orange pillows with the niche on the left with the shelf for incense is for the Everlight. The niche on the right with the black silk and velvet pillows and the basin of blood is for the Raven Queen. The blue starry pillows with the light, like the starlight, is for Ouroboros. And the hole is shaped like an eye with an eye-shaped plaque for Ayun, but it's like hidden in there because she's hidden. It's like a secret nod to Our Lady of Knowledge.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So it's really cozy in here and everyone can hang out in here if they want to.
Your religion.
There's meditation mats too, because especially like after I kind of explained that I learned that like Chained Oblivion got mad in the first place because people decided they didn't need gods, and we have people like that represented in our group, and it's really not fair to them. Like, it makes sense that they would also be against him. We're all fighting against him together, so spaces for all of us. A little kind of cove at the front is for, specific gods, but it's just a cozy room for people to hang out.
Really thoughtful of you, Rainy.
Beautiful. And I'd be happy to do my meditation in drum circle here.
There's plenty of floor space now that we moved all the benches. I don't know what it is with those Puritans and their pews. Just kidding.
True.
I will fix the map, okay?
No. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I just want to be
Puritan.
comfortable and.
I just wanted it to be clear that that was supposed to be like a shrine area when I made the map. That's what I was going for, okay?
I assume it was probably just kind of empty before.
Yeah.
You're fine.
So
Oh, and then I give everybody a vial of holy water, so that we all each have one vial of holy water.
Noted.
Into the hair you go.
Did I hear free stuff?
Yes.
You did.
Yeah.
Holy water in here.
you have a vial of holy water from
Okay,
Karini.
sorry, I'm back. I think. We'll see.
Also,
Okay.
there's a shrine to the Raven Queen in here with black velvet and black silk pillows. You could
Yeah,
also
I
just
like
sleep in them.
You forgot the
There.
blood part.
Oh yeah, and there's a basin of Karani's blood in front of the little
Oh,
shrine. I assume it stays preserved because now the place is hallowed and everything's holy and whatever.
Yeah. So Elise, you as you enter this space, you can definitely sort of feel that. You can feel her presence here. This is definitely considered a holy space here.
I feel calmed by that, but at the same time, I feel equally what's the opposite of calm?
Freaked out?
Anxious?
Yeah, like my friend just put a basin of her blood here, so I'm just kind of like,
It's part of the practice for the
It's
Raven
blood.
Queen.
So, like, do I have to do this too, or how does this work?
No, so Karini made the space that is like the shrine in your house. It's a hallowed space now, so you can't be frightened while you're in there.
Cool. I'm gonna hang out here by my friend's blood with my god. Probably trip balls.
Well, I figure if you are to go on any more spiritual journeys and you have to face some sort of terrifying, pained god of madness, perhaps
You
you
still
won't
be
be afraid.
comfortable on the cushions.
You'll be comfortable and you won't be afraid.
I might be afraid, but I'll be comfortable. Also, if I fall, I'll probably not get injured as likely. Hit the old
Sure.
noggin too many times. You might not
Alright.
be able to tell, though. By my hearty
We can
disposition.
tell.
Yeah.
That's
All
okay.
right. So, okay. Who would like to go over there 2 months of downtime next?
I can do
All right.
it.
Okay.
Oh.
No, you go.
Somebody go.
You go. You said it. You go.
Okay. So things that I was going to buy was incense. To make sure I can resummon Emmy should she go bye-bye. I would also look for, because you said we had some money, and I don't think that these things would be like super easy to find, but probably only a one or the other, and maybe not either. But I would be looking for either some sort of returning dagger, so if you can throw it, it would come back to you, or a +1 armor situation of leather.
Okay.
So
you are sort of directed, and the rest of you have already been here, but you are sort of directed to a smithy in town called the Dawn's Hammer, which is run by a dwarven male named Jeremy Honorbelly, because this was a whole fucking thing the last time you guys were here. And you are able to find, you can either have him make the armor that you want, or the dagger. If you ask nicely, maybe Ram will show you the dart that they have that sort of teleports and can sort of give you an idea from that, and they can sort of work with you on that, on like how to recreate something like that, where like it comes back to you versus you going to it. But both of those things are doable.
And doable within my budgetary constraints.
Hold on, I'm looking right now. Did have all this pulled up because I figured this was going to be half shopping episode, half explanation. So, let's see here. So, the armor would be 1,000 gold, and the daggers of returning. Did you just want one dagger of returning?
Yeah, probably.
That one would be. Give me 1 second here. That one would be 500 gold. So like 1,500 gold total.
Well, then I'll do both.
All right.
That's pretty sweet. I also would like to find someone in town that would sell me hair dye, or somebody who could show me how to make hair dye.
Definitely, you can find somebody here in town that can do that. There is a sort of alchemist shop here in town that is run by a halfling female named Ariar, and you are able to definitely find what you're looking for there.
Okay, so I get some, like, a supply basically of hair dye that can change my hair to black, and cut my hair short. Because I'm also, while I'm here, I'm also going to be trying to learn the disguise self, but for the time being, just changing my appearance a little is going to help me feel better in the world.
Okay. Somebody please remind me to fix the art later.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I forgot.
That's okay. That's okay. It's fine. It won't take that long. I need to be reminded about it or I'm going to forget. So.
Yeah. So she is also going to the library to research, and the school, right? Mm-hmm. There's a school here.
Yeah. So you sort of trail Karani one day when they leave, when they they're running out the front door yelling that they're going to the library. You sort of are able to follow Karani through town, and you are led to what's called the Opus. It is the sort of campus in the center of town here that is open to the public. The libraries, there is when you grew up in Avirus, there was what's called the Repository of Knowledge there. And that building, everything that you sort of entered, or like everything that was sort of collected there, all of the knowledge that was collected there, is emptied into the Opus and sort of gathered in this massive library here. All of the information at all the different like satellite locations are emptied here. And so when you enter, there are sort of there are like people dressed in Ioun's regalia that sort of move about the shelves and stuff, but there are also sort of these ethereal assistants that look like house cats with butterfly wings. And
Amazing.
They sort of help you pull books from shelves and things like that, and assist you in any sort of research you want to do here. And you are able to, eventually, over time, you are able to do the research. And go ahead and roll me an Arcana check, please.
Okay. Sorry, there's a lot of going on my screen. Arcana. Maybe. Nope. Nope. I don't know how. I'm gonna do this in D&D Beyond because I don't know how to do it in this one. Okay. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay. So yeah, at the sort of very end of the 2 months of downtime, sort of after some rather interesting results, the few times that you tried, like a couple of times, Clarity comes home with like, one time she comes home with like bright neon green hair. Sometimes she comes home with like her hand is like, it's not a tiefling hand, it's just like some other sort of like haired and pink skinned sort of knuckly looking hand. Just mistakes were made. But then at the sort of the end of the 2 months period, you are able to learn the spell Sky Self.
And then I am also trying to get some dirt on my BFF, Tira Brass Band, and her situation.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
Hi, Cedar. Thank you for Kool-Aid Manning your way in.
Okay. So again, a dirty 20. I have a plus 11 in investigation, and I
Oh
got a
my
9.
God.
Rogues and
Okay.
expertise.
Okay. So I will send you the document that I have on Tira Brass Band. I'm going to make a note so that I don't forget that. Okay,
So
I will send that to you later.
The only other thing that I want to do is, because you handed me a dwarven lady with a beard, I would like to also make eyes at Kyla and see if she's interested in hanging out.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm just saying that if you just put it in front of me, I will. Oh no! I rolled a 2 for a 7. Sad.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay,
cry.
so okay, so Maggie, are you okay? Are you okay if I like throw Elise under the bus just a little bit here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you sort of ask around a little bit, like where somebody might take somebody on a date. And Elise pipes up and tells you that there is a bar here in town called the Blind Beholder. And when you get there, you soon discover why this place is called the Blind Beholder. The bartender is a beholder that is blind and only has one eye stalk. And Kyla's not super impressed with the locale,
Oh, me
as
neither.
you can tell, because it is a dive bar. It is a freaking dive bar, and she's not real impressed. So the date doesn't go like super great, but she doesn't exactly like tell you to go fuck yourself. She just
That's so kind.
it doesn't super go great.
Oh.
He doesn't.
You could try again, but
he just gives you the good booze. I mean, I've had plenty of fancy cocktails. Trust me, plenty of plenty of tails. But I will say, what he does so simply itself is amazing. He's a gastronomer.
If at some point you wanted to go out again, Kyla, I promise to not listen to Elise on where to go in town. Maybe you pick next time, because I do not know this place. but
I
your beard is
will-
really cool.
I will I will think about it.
Fair. Really fair.
Hi, can I help you?
Thanks for the sub, Emerson.
Subs, Emerson, and pasta.
So- Hi. Anyways, so is that all that you would like to do? Okay.
Oh,
And then,
Alright.
and then I go cry in my room about my heartbreak.
no.
Oh, buddy.
Oh,
Way to go.
Alright. The rest of you three yahoos, who wants to go next?
I'm ready.
Alright, go for it.
I got a lot of stuff. Okay.
Alright.
First of all, so I have that book, right, for familiars and all of that stuff.
Yes.
Yes! Oh, okay! Step 1, familiar. Can I have a bat, please?
It only summons one kind of familiar, and it's the little it looks like a stoat, but it's got like green moss that grows on its back.
Oh, that'll do.
I do have a picture somewhere that I can send you later. So
Yeah, that's
I was expecting you to do it like immediately when you got it, so that's why I was surprised that you've been holding on to it for the last 3 months.
Sometimes I forget. I didn't write that down. Ah.
Okay, so what would you like to call the little thing?
Taiji, after one of the
Okay.
moons.
Okay, so yeah, after like being in the house for like probably a day, Aster suddenly has this little green stoat that like follows them around, very similar to like Emmy. So and
When-
Ram, you can understand this thing just like all the other ones. So Keisha, you're gonna have to
Oh my
pick out a
God.
voice.
Okay. Oh, ho, ho, hello.
Yeah.
You asked for this.
I know.
You have no one to blame but yourself.
I know. I'm aware. I'm aware. I knew what I was
makes
getting
me
into.
So
it's fine.
happy. So happy.
Welcome. Full circle. I wanted to say, so after Aster spends like that whole day doing this like summoning and everything, when it finally happens the way she introduces this to everybody, I imagine this is like when everyone is like downstairs or something in like the meditation room or somewhere, she just like kicks open the door holding him and just like holds him like Simba for all to see.
Where did you catch that?
I summoned him.
Oh, what? So is it magic?
He is mine. He is mine forever. I love him. He is mine. This is mine. Mine. This is yes.
I
this
look
is-
over at Ram and I'm like, I guess you now have a child. Second one.
His name is Taiji.
A child? I can't produce the way you mortals produce.
No, it's like your fur baby. As we are, we are skin babies. Well, you are metal baby.
Oh,
Oh
But the
no!
rest of us are skin babies, and that's a fur baby.
I've never heard that before.
I don't like that.
Well, we could be skin
Not at
puppy
all.
if you prefer. Skin puppy?
Can we? No.
I don't like it.
Like I know I call you guys fleshies, but it's a term of endearment.
So is skin puppy. Like, if I went up and
No.
like, if let's say Clarity and that dwarf woman had a beautiful child, I could be like, I like your skin puppy. It's already grown a beard.
You hear Clarity up in her room crying.
Crying harder.
Well, that
Oh,
confirms
no.
these are not soundproof rooms. Alright.
Maybe she's just crying really loud.
Maybe she's heard that one bard, the one who is very fast, blonde, likes the color red, writes sad love songs.
Here's a moment everyone's been waiting for all night.
Just in the background, we hear.
Aster is ignoring that. No one's ruining this moment. She is so happy.
So what does Taiji do?
He does literally anything that a familiar would do. It's the find familiar spell.
Elise
You just learned it from a book.
Elise doesn't know. Elise just thinks that this is like some sort of green. It's not a rabbit, but it's not a rat. It's not a cat. It's like a long thing.
It's just yes.
Would probably make a great school.
I think the more important question is, what does Reggie think of him?
Hey, what's Taiji? Is that your name?
Oh yes, it is.
You sound like a bit of a douche there, Taiji. You wanna come in for some spaghetti?
I love this spaghetti.
No, spaghetti, it's different. And we'll make you some cannolis too. So, Emmy, you wanna come up?
Yeah. I'm coming.
All right. We'll
It's really loud up here.
we'll have a party. Come on in. Come on
I
in.
really could use some time away from Clarity. She's in a bad place.
Are you sure? I mean, I understand needing to be a support friend animal type creature.
I think I've done the best I can do for right now. I think she just needs some time.
All right. Well, did you like poop in
Something
her bed?
about a blind
That might help.
beholder makes her very upset.
A blind beholder? Who the hell has a blind beholder?
I don't know. I wasn't invited on the date. Don't know what happened. But
He left you here?
yeah, we don't need to do everything together.
Yeah, but I mean, what if something happened? What if this bearded lady was not a lady or something? What if she was the beholder?
I think that would have caused less tears.
Oh, maybe. Well, I'll make some like an extra big cannoli, and you can take it back to her when we're done dinner.
Oh, that's
I
really nice. She
posted-
can eat her feelings.
Yeah.
I posted the picture of what Taiji looks like in the Phixius chat. So
What is my form? I do not even know. Oh, no.
You're kind of ugly there, pal.
Oh, whoa.
I don't see him.
That's the like totally
Oh my
decrepit
gosh.
rat.
Wait, how do I see
I
him?
love it.
Oh,
And I love that
he's
he's
in the Phixius chat, Maggie. Like he's in our regular Phixius chat.
not the fantasy.
It's amazing and it's French.
This does not fit the voice at
It's
all.
a bit of a douche.
No, he just
So
sounds like a bit of a douche. He isn't
Oh, it
actually
sounds
a
like bit
douche.
of a douche.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I think it's just
Oh,
the
you
accents.
money.
Oh.
It's the laugh, I think. It's the laugh. Definitely the laugh.
It's all I know. I was born this way. Wow.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I was born this way too, and then I wasn't this way anymore.
That does not make any sense, my friend.
I mean, I was just a fucking rat, man. And now I'm not just a rat.
Say that about yourself. You've always been special to me, Reggie.
Oh, Emmy, you're so sweet. But I mean, really, like, actually, I was just a fucking rat, and now I am not just a fucking rat. I am a artificer.
We're gonna have to do a Find Familiars one shot with
Oh,
just
God.
all the fucking familiars in this game.
Yeah, I think that's mandatory.
Yep. We'll invite Storyteller Tavern back. Just have a whole bunch of chaos.
Give me enough time, I can come up with a familiar for Karate.
Nice.
Yes.
So yeah, they come in and we have spaghetti and cannolis, and I send Emmy back with a rat-sized cannoli.
All right. So the kids have a date.
It's a throuple date. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we can be inclusive to all the familiars in the house.
Yeah. Mom's got enough room in her chest. It's fine.
Poor Ram, you hear all of this because you can understand them.
I'm gonna power down
Occasionally-
for a couple hours.
You just hear the occasional oh, oh,
But Ram, it doesn't really help because you still say aware while you're powered down.
I know.
No escaping
Oh
them.
no.
So just try anyway.
You're welcome. Esther can't hear him at all, too. She's just like, I love him. He is so precious.
It's perfect.
The most beautiful thing.
I just met this
Concerned
creature,
because
but
I'm laughing so
I-
hard.
if something happened to him, I would kill everyone and then myself.
Yep. Well, that was the first thing on my list. I have like 12 more.
All right, keep going.
So,
We're gonna be here all night.
oh god. Okay.
else you got?
Another thing I wanted to do is I wanted to start growing very specific flowers, and then I want to go in town and find like some kind, either the components for this, or if I can just find it. It's something that you can like dip something in and it'll like just, it's like a clear coat to preserve that thing.
Lacquer?
Maybe a flower, something like that. Maybe like
Or-
a magical kind of version of that.
Magic
Like,
resin.
Like magical resin.
Yeah. Like that.
Okay.
That's the word I'm trying to look for.
Okay.
So I want to buy some of that, and I want to spend time, like druid crafting these flowers, and then once I find like the perfect ones, then I harvest them, and then I press them, and then I dip them in the magical resin, and then with like really hardy like vines or something like that, I want to make some stuff, and then once I'm ready, I want to give them out to my friends so that they each have like a little flower that I specifically picked out for them that I think represents them. And I give Elise a ring of the blazing star. I give Curani a little like ear clip that has her flower. I give Clarity a little like clasp for like a cloak, like hold it in place. It has like the flower in it. And then I give
kind of you.
It's for clarity.
I just pat you on your shoulder.
Oh gosh.
Gonna be a long 2 months, isn't it? And then
did
I
a
give
lot of other stuff.
It's okay,
first.
Elise has an
I
idea
mean, that's
for
true.
later. Elise has an idea for later to fix
Okay.
oh no. And then for Ram, I give Ram a pendant, and it's gonna be with this beautiful blue flower, exact same color as Ram's eyes when Ram is not angry. And Aster had fixed her pendant that Ram gave her, that like pendant of life that was used up, but like
Yep.
she put her own flower in there so that they like match.
Yeah.
As well.
fucking gay.
That's another thing they wanted to do. Um.
So how do you present that to Ram?
Oh.
Because everybody's gonna ask.
Man.
I know one very specific gas station clerk that's gonna ask. So
Okay, so that will actually tie into another thing I wanted to do. So,
Okay.
Aster tries really hard when, like, she's gonna maybe try to come up with something. She would tell Ram, like, Ram, I think I heard Bilphus needed to see you immediately at the shop. You should probably go see him. It sounded pretty urgent.
Oh,
Nothing bad, but just urgent.
okay. I go.
Okay, Ram is gone. So I slam the door shut and I gather everyone around. And Aster's just like, okay, that's one of the first times where I blatantly total lie. And it's because I want to take Ram out on a date and I don't know what to do. Help me, please.
Don't the blind beholder.
Elise would say, "What's wrong?" Okay, I guess not. I guess the blind beholder is not everybody's cup of tea. I mean, Ram doesn't even eat tea or booze. So, is there any towers that exist that are people could go up? Maybe one that's more restricted that maybe I could get access to just for the two of them.
well, so Karini actually probably could tell you because she spent so much time at the Opus that at the Opus there is an observatory.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Go stargazing together.
Yes, do
That's
it.
such a nice idea.
I like that.
Thank you, Clarity.
Also, while you're at the observatory, maybe you could go on a walk after. That's romantic. Maybe you can even ride on Ram's back, though you already do that, but in a more romantic, carefree sense. You could even hire a bard to run after you playing music, but I don't feel like that's really your cup of tea.
You romantically ride someone's back.
You run your they don't have hair. You run your fingers over their metal scalp.
Okay. It's like, okay.
You give them little kisses on the cheek.
Rub.
Even Karini, who's grew up in a commune, is kind of like,
That's not.
You whisper sweet nothings into their lack of ears.
Pet. Whisper. Sweets. Here.
Nothings compliments.
Nothing's
You look very shiny today.
You look so shiny today.
You are like the star of my shining.
Okay.
If there could only be one person on the planet, I would want it to be you.
Okay.
Yes. I'm great with romance.
Great. Okay. Perfect. I will do all this then.
okay. So Ram, you end up at Bilphus's, and Bilphus is very confused to see you, which really not that surprising. He's kind of like, is there something I can help you with? He's got 4 caffeine patches on, and he's unpacked his whole shop.
Oh, he was doing so good. He's back on the caffeine.
Aster said you needed to see me. Are you okay?
He kind of looks up at you and blinks with his goggles on, so he's got the huge eyes again. And he's like, I'm trying to remember. Maybe I've been very busy. And he just sort of zones out for a second.
Hey. It's like a mouse snapping the fingers. Hey, pay attention. Where'd you go?
He's like, oh, hello, Ram.
Hi, Belfast. Did you need to see me?
Maybe? I don't remember. He's like, and then he kind of looks around his shop for a minute, and you can see he's really trying to think, because obviously he had no fucking idea that you were coming here. And he looks around and he goes, oh, look, I got new buffing material. And he shows you he's got this new fancy it's shining compound. It's like turtle wax, but for Warforged.
Oh, what if there was a Warforged shaped like a turtle?
Hey, you needed to see me urgently about waxing?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I send Taiji with like a note over to a shop and like flit around the window so that when Bilthus can like see him, he's holding up words that's like, go to tower.
No, because it's too far
Dang
away.
it. Dang it.
You have to be close. You have to be close to use your
Yeah.
familiar.
That's totally fair.
You want me to use the
Alright.
sending spell or whatever?
I was gonna say I could do that too.
Yeah.
Either of us.
I'm gonna go now.
Okay. Come back if you need any repairs.
I think you need to cut down to 2 of those patches, Bilphus.
I was busy. I was working on a project.
I know, but your ticker's not what it used to be, and neither is your noodle.
Oh my gosh.
So, 2 a day, okay? 2
I will think about it.
a day. And I'm gonna get big and intimidated if I have to.
Okay, roll me an intimidation check.
There it is.
Oh,
21.
Anyone? Kind of like, okay, and he like peels 2 of them off. 2 a day.
2 a day. 12 to 12.
does he eat the 2 that he pulled up?
I feel like if Tommen and Belfast met, there would be problems.
Oh yeah.
Tommen does not
Like-
need the caffeine.
It's like Tommen, but haste cast on him. But anyways, he agrees. Only 2 a day. He's not super thrilled about it, but he agrees because you're kind of scary when you're in your extendo form. So
Okay, Belfast. Talk to you later.
hey, bye, Ram. It's always good to
Belfast.
see you.
You too.
He like dives off of his desk into like a pile of scrap metal, and like you
Falls
can just
asleep
hear
on the
him like
spot.
chucking thing.
Scrooge McDuck, but of scrap.
You walk back to the house just confused and shaking your head.
Very
And
convinced.
that's where Taiji has the sign.
Yeah, you're approaching the front walk of the house, and Taiji's just sitting outside holding a sign that says what exactly?
Go to the tower that was mentioned. from
Okay, so
community.
go to the observatory at the
Yes.
Opus.
The sign
There
will
it
go
is.
tonight And not eat the sign.
Oh, okay, Taiji, are you coming with me? I'll take you with me. You can just talk. I understand what you're saying.
He just
Yeah.
laughs.
You're just gonna. Okay. You was right. You do sound kind of douchey, and I just kind of like put him up on my shoulder and head for the tower.
So yeah, you've been to the Opus before when you were here the last time, so you kind of know the way there. And once you get there, you get directions to where the observatory is. There's a big building sort of at the back of the property that has been set out for this. And Aster is sort of waiting out front.
There's been like a little trail of just like plants, like flowers, just kind of like leading the way to.
It's very confused, but it goes. Hi, you okay?
Yes. And she's like looking at her notes, like looking up every now and then. You are so shiny. You are like
Is
a
that why you sent me
bright.
to Phixius? Because he said he had some new, like, wax. I didn't use it. This is just kind of me.
Oh, you just naturally exude such brilliance in my eyes.
What are you doing?
Romance? She just like throws it over the edge, just like I can't. This is not working. I just wanted to have a moment with just us for the night, and I had something that I made for you that I wanted to give to you.
Okay. And we can have a night whenever you want it.
Well, yeah, but this is like away from everybody else, and all the crying and yeah.
Yeah. We're really gonna do something about that.
Yeah.
Aster, in your sort of preparation for this date, you discovered that the observatory here is. So I know you're a big fan of Avatar, The Last Airbender. You know when they go to the library with Wan Shi Tong, and he's got that observatory that they can change. That's what it's like. That's what the inside of the building is like. You can go in there and you can set it to, like, there's a big stone column that you can set to any date that you want and that sort of thing, and it shows you what the night sky looks like.
So Aster had it laid out so that it's the exact it's a replica of the exact night when they first met on that ship that crashed.
Auntie,
It's
no.
exactly that. And Aster would pull out the necklace and hold it up for Ram. You're so far.
Get down on one knee. You like this?
As someone said, I grew it myself.
Oh, it's really pretty. Thank you. And anything? Well, no, I did get something for you, but I feel like it's just sort of a pull part of a scarf out, like the scarf, but this one's a little different. It's an actual finished scarf, and it's fringed, and it's made in a way that it kind of looks like snakeskin.
Ooh.
There's finishing things makes me anxious, but I wanted you to have that's like an actual piece that I made for you. So, guess we're both going for the neck, huh?
Well, that's one way to phrase it, but yeah, looks like it.
Wrap her up in that.
Yeah, Aster's like really happy with
It
that.
has like a little hood too. Like it's one of those ones with the hood. You can like pull it down, and then you can pull it down over your eyes. So when you sleep, it's dark. Because I know you don't blink or sleep with your eyes closed. So,
yeah. Thank you. And yeah, Aster just wants to like spend the rest of the evening like just kind of like maybe pointing out some of the constellations for that night and just getting us snuggy.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yay!
It is interwoven with an hour making outness. It's the shifter necklace I can use after every short rest.
Yep. Do you just spend the night like trying out different
Yeah.
like faces?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm so glad I gave you that.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Whatever comes to mind, or if Astra has some request, then yeah.
So many things.
Good night.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
A night was had.
The night was had.
All right, Aster, you got anything else that you want to do?
Oh man. Oh well, there was a couple of other random things where Aster like wants to learn how to make noodles so that she can make them fresh for Curani, like every
Oh, yeah.
night.
You
'cause
can
she lives
definitely
it.
find people in town that can teach you how to do that sort of thing. Like, this is the capital. If you can't find somebody to teach you how to do that, it doesn't exist. So
Awesome. Yeah, because that's
Over
something that
the-
she's.
And you do notice as you're sort of like looking around town for like somebody to teach you how to make these noodles, you sort of wander into like the food district, and you do notice that there is a sign over the chicken vendor shop that says closed for wedding.
Yay!
Yay!
And none of us were invited. Awesome.
We weren't here.
Oh,
You
that's
weren't
okay.
in
Yeah,
town.
no, it makes
We
sense.
gone for a
We've got them
while.
together, whatever, it's fine. Kenny and Frank.
Ram's gonna have words about that, but that's good. Yeah, so she now knows how to make noodles, and then for Elise, Aster, I imagine, tries to go to a painter, because she's like, okay, so what's like fancy things? Paintings. Fancy people have paintings, okay? So she goes to find a painter, and because she's so awkward and there was major miscommunication, because she said, make sure it's not a peasant painting. It can't be a peasant painting. No peasants. Not a peasant painting. So it leads to the artist literally just painting the words not a peasant, but like very beautifully done with like flowers and like there's just this like beautiful background.
Somebody just literally writes down what the order is.
Yes.
Love it.
I have to make this in real life.
Give this
Yep.
to Elise
Have
one day,
to.
like, so I got something so that
Put it on
for
the t-shirt.
you that we could all think of you whenever we look at it.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Can I put it on my doorway? That way people know.
Yeah, I mean, it's for you to do whatever you want.
I mean, this is lovely. Look at the filigree and the, oh my gosh, the techniques. What flowers are these?
Literally all of them.
All of them. Wow, that's well. I'm going to figure out how to hang this because while I am good with these hands, I am not a handy person, as you may know. But me laughing too in the background. Imagine our laughs. We'll do very well together.
Okay. Anything else?
Sir wants to do something for Clarity, but honestly doesn't know them too well. Mostly wants to like check in and just, you know, just get a vibe check and just every few days maybe just be like, do you want to go in the town, or there's a good patch of grass that's really nice to like roll in.
Yeah, you guys do have a very large yard.
And an acorn.
She would absolutely love go roll in the grass. I mean, she's like trying to not cry. She wants to do other stuff. Rolling in the grass.
Fair.
Just to roll. Sounds
Yeah. Ram, one day you go looking for Aster, you find her and Clarity out in the front yard, just rolling in the grass.
Join them.
Okay.
Clink, 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 clink.
Granny, you walk out like ready to head like to the Opus one day, and the three of them are just rolling around out in the yard.
Just
Why-
churning
Why
the
don't y'all
ground.
do something useful out here and plant that magical acorn we got?
What magical acorn?
Isn't it in your face?
That's just an acorn.
You
We
sure?
could plant that.
Yeah. I think.
Did I know it was magical? I knew it was magical, right?
You've seen it. It's got the same markings on it that Reggie
Yeah.
does. You're pretty frickin' sure that it's magical.
Maybe it'll talk like your little rat.
I don't need another thing talking to me. Like a tree.
Why not?
This big, I've already got enough voices in my head from my rat son and Clary's child and Aster's leaf baby.
We plant it somewhere else then.
No, we'll plant it in a yard. And then just like stop rolling and like punch the earth. Pull like a core.
You a Minecraft character?
Yeah. I was thinking more like, you know how they do like samples, like
Yeah,
Laser
core
samples?
samples, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what they've
yeah,
done.
yeah.
Except I've done it with my fist, and then I just kind of like open my faceplate, drop it in, shove the core back on. There, it's planted.
Alright.
I got it
I'll
in
create
a
water.
pot.
I'll like create water on it.
Okay.
We were
So yeah,
rolling
you
I
do
here.
didn't
water.
plant that acorn.
So yeah, you guys, after you're done like rolling in the yard, and you go back inside, the following day,
What?
you wake up, and there is a tree in your yard that was not there the day before.
Whoa!
How big is it?
It's big enough that if you were to reach out Ram's arms, it would not go around the tree.
Did somebody did we get clearance for this by the council?
Well, it's a little
Yes.
too late for that.
I hope we don't get fined by the neighborhood association. I'm gonna go have my tea.
We have a neighborhood association.
Medieval homeowners
Is
association.
that moving to a gated community without consent?
I think Karani can talk to plants. She can't understand them. But I can communicate with beasts and plants.
Yeah.
I'll just like be like, "Hey tree, good to see you. Glad you grew so fast. Really impressive." And I'll just like
What
pat
kind-
it.
What kind of voice do you have, tree? Talk to us, tree. Talk to us.
Oh, tree.
So, Karani, you put your hand out on this tree, and like you can sense the sort of potential from this tree. It grew very quickly, obviously, and
Overachiever.
definitely very full of like magic and life and that sort of thing. And you sort of get yes, hello, I can hear you.
Yes, hello, I can hear you. My name is Stoke Jr.
Fucking God.
Alex wasn't given his derivatives to his directives to Africa. I forgot again.
Carry on.
I hear this. I hear the tree talking.
Yes, you can hear the damn tree.
Oh.
What is
I hope
this
you like
song?
doing all of these voices because you're committed to this shit now. So
Hello, tree.
Hello.
it's very Russian, like we were doing the other night. So
Hello.
So, hey,
Are you okay?
you are very quick learner, I guess.
Ah,
And
yes.
Welcome to our yard.
It's a very nice yard. Yes.
This is my favorite.
It's Bolo
I feel-
from AR. It's
I feel
Bolo
I
from
may-
AR.
Outgrow the yard in some time.
I'm alright with that. I think we need more foliage in this neighborhood anyway.
I will take care of that quickly.
Great. Well, good talk. I gotta go to the library.
Bye-bye!
Bye.
Out of character moose. This tree is here specifically for when you guys hit level 13 and Aster gets that fucking spell transport via plants. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. Talking tree, talking tree.
Character
That's
moves.
the tree?
I have just put the painting or a painting in chat.
I don't want
I
to
love it
this
so
I have to fucking see.
Peasant, yes! I love it! Did you draw that?
So I actually painted that today and I used it in an Instagram post. So I just
That is amazing.
You just wrote not a peasant on top of it.
That's amazing.
I can't see it.
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh
so
my
great.
gosh. That's amazing.
Too bright on your phone.
Oh, there we go.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Or go check out Aaron's Instagram. Is it with your Instagram or even Foodings?
it was my Instagram, but and it's got stuff in front of it, so this is better.
You need to put
Here
that
for
on
it.
a mug or something.
Yeah, merchant.
Not a peasant mug.
Not a peasant. That'd be a perfect
not a
shirt.
peasant.
It's on my list.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
All right,
Aster,
Aster, are you all done then with your stuff?
I'm gonna be. That was so much. I
Okay.
don't need more.
Elise, Ram, do either of you have things you need to do?
Yes, but I'll go last.
Okay, Elise, you're up.
Okay, so what Elise wants to do first is Elise, during this time, has been trying to wheel and deal using their courtier feature. I mean, background. of the
Okay.
city. So they want to try to get a reservation at a really nice restaurant.
Okay. So,
This is for a 2, and it's not for Elise. It is for Clarity and Kaya.
okay. Kyla, yeah.
Kyla,
Okay.
yeah.
So you are able to go to you learn that like one of the best restaurants in town is actually over in the Viridian Ward where the Hunters Guild had been. There is a very beautiful, nice elven restaurant there that is sort of like very fancy, and for some reason it's sort of the restaurant that I picture Affy working in back in the day. Like it's just
I've been to that restaurant. Like that don't know Affy, they've been to that restaurant when Affy was working there most likely. They said it was- Which is
very
hilarious.
fancy, very, very, very beautiful, very posh. And so it's located over in the Viridian Ward, and it is called Taraxis Falls. And it is it's like it's got outdoor seating or indoor seating. It's very botanical garden sort of thing. There is a space where sort of attached to the back of it is like a butterfly preserve, and you could like eat there if you wanted to, or that sort of thing. It's very beautiful.
It's a good thing Pog is in here, not because I don't love Pog, but Pog would have eaten all those damn
They would eat all the
butterflies.
butterflies.
That would have been Pog's after entree and dessert. It's Pog. But yeah, Elise would go use their connections to get a reservation there.
Yeah,
And
easy
then
enough. Yeah.
They would also go up to Clarity and say, hey, we're doing, well, not a girls' day, but we're going shopping. Come on.
Let's get some shoes.
Get in, losers. We're going shopping.
All right. So yeah, there is a massive market district here in town that you can go shopping in.
And I
Do you
say,
do you go along, Clarity?
Yeah, I said okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Lisa, you have a date tonight and not at the Blind Beholder. You have to dress nice.
Okay, that's fine, but I don't think I have a date. I don't
You
think
do
she
have a
wants to
date.
go out with me again.
You do have a date. Can I have said that I got this arranged?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do have a date, and you are going to look nice. I have you booked with a stylist. But we gotta pick your outfit as well. We got about 2 hours.
Oh man. Oh. Fancy stuff.
Yes, don't worry about the price. I've got it covered.
All right. So there's like a girls' afternoon montage that happens.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that all happens, and then I say, okay, get in this carriage, and I push you inside when you're all made up, and I say, okay, go off, have fun, let me know when you're safe and you're not indisposed.
Try
And
again.
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
I don't think Clarity knows where Clarity is going the entire time. Also, Emmy got a bow, or some sort of little cute outfit if Emmy wants.
Yeah, like Emmy's got like this cute little like floofy bunny bow going on. It's very
Like
adorable.
a bow tie. She's
Yeah.
got it, like just perfect.
Yep, she looks amazing. So happy.
And yeah, there, you're gonna go to the restaurant in the carriage. Hopefully, nothing bad happens.
What's going on?
At least enough.
So, hold on one second here. Okay. So yeah, the date goes like you show up and Kyla's there and like obviously wasn't really like expecting you, but also was like they sort of see you and they like now I know what's going on, and you have a very very nice date. It's beautiful. There's butterflies. Emmy's happy. She's like, bouncing around playing, and you guys are able to laugh and walk and talk and have very good food. It goes very well.
Oh, wonderful. I stop my crying. I wipe my tears, and after the date, after I, get all my lovely time, I go and I tell Elise that I had a really good time and thank you so much for helping
You
me
don't
out.
actually go home after that date unless you go home with Kyla. Like,
Went well.
Oh, it went. Oh, okay. Never mind. Then it went well.
you like the next morning you can tell
Okay.
Elise.
Okay, I'll tell her the next morning. Tell them the next morning.
Elise is just sitting at the dining room table, just sipping tea when you walk in through the front door, heels in your hand, hair everywhere.
I take it went well.
Really well. Much. That was the nicest thing anybody's ever done for me. I really appreciate it. And it totally makes up for you sending me to that terrible bar.
I do apologize for that. I did not realize that my associate was that off-putting. I suppose we get along well, but different strokes for different folks. Sometimes you want a butterfly and not a beholder.
I feel like that. I'm surprised that you would like that because it seems kind of like a peasant bar to me.
Oh, it is definitely a peasant bar, but the drinks are strong, and sometimes when you're walking in heels all day and dealing with insufferable people more insufferable than I am, you need that.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I mean, I could understand, just maybe not on a date, or especially on a first date.
Do you ever realize? I have a girlfriend. Her name is Rayla. Do you think her and Kyla are related? Their names kind of rhyme.
I mean, is she also a dwarf with a hot beard?
No.
Then probably not related?
Maybe they're adopted and that's how names work. Maybe
Could
this has
be.
actually have mistaken. I've stayed up very late. I'm sorry. I was looking over paperwork.
I'm really sorry. If I had had like a sending or something, I would have called home to let you know I was okay. I'm sorry
It's
about that.
okay. I was also looking over paperwork. The tree, we're fine. I got that taken care of with the other people in the neighborhood association.
Oh, so that was. I'm so glad. I've been so out of it, so I really appreciate you guys all, kind of taking care of the house because after I did all my research and I had my heart broken, and now everything's better. I'll be much better help and company.
You always don't need to be helpful or good company. That's the point of having friends, is it not? And being part of a party. Through good and bad.
That's
Good help
true,
and bad. Blah, 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 blah. You get some
I-
rest and wash your face. And I at your cheek. Because I assume there's like lipstick or beard.
beard burn on my cheek.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
Besides that, Elise would like to try to purchase some items.
Yep.
They would like to, if they can, find what the fuck is it called? A Bloodwell vial, which is an uncommon item if it's only a +1.
It's a what now?
I can link it. Eh. Eh. These are the sound effects of me using Google. And if nobody wants that dagger in the party sheet, can I just have that dagger instead of going and buying another dagger?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do it.
That's what it's there for.
I'm gonna yoink it. How yoink? Go on party sheet, I believe, and then I just
Drag and drop into your inventory.
yoinked.
Okay, so yeah, you could find the uncommon version of that
Yeah.
for 450 gold.
Okay. So we each got 2,000, and then we marked it off, right? You said, Alfie, about
Yeah, like this would be
2,398 minus 450. Okay. 1948. Hold on. And then there was one thing I also wanted to look at. I wanted to also see if I could get a +1 armor thing.
Yes, actually, I did find a special robe for you for that.
Is it gonna be cute?
Yeah, it actually is pretty freaking cute.
Are cute.
Is...
Oh no, I mean.
So there, as you're sort of shopping, you do notice that there is at the Violet Thread, which is a tailor shop in the Ashgate ward, there is what's called the Cloud Spun robes, and I will put that in. So for 1,100 gold, you can have this guy. Which, where did it go? It basically, so it gives you it's white and blue. It's a white robe with light blue colored cloud patterns on it, and it's embroidered with silver and white clouds.
Oh.
The white robe gives you +1 to your saving throws while you wear it, plus +1 to your armor. And it has what's called Tempest Weave, which gives you resistance to lightning and thunder damage. And also, when you take lightning or thunder damage from somebody else, you make a Constitution saving throw, and the DC of the saving throw is 10 or equal to the damage that you took halved, whichever one is higher. And then, on a successful save, you gain an advantage on your next attack roll. You also can, once a day, you can cast gaseous form on yourself.
I could be the embodiment of a fart.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's perfect.
I will put that in
There's
the
also
party
one more
sheet
item
for
that
you.
I'm looking at. Oh my god! I feel like that sound effect is very necessary for our parties.
Okay, I put that in the party sheet there for you.
I'll drag and drop it.
But I might have to have you look at that though, Affy, afterwards because I'm not sure I programmed it right. So
I'll just leave it then for now.
okay.
I don't know if I programmed my thing yet right either. It's okay though.
So, all right. What else are you looking for?
I put it in the chat. It's Stone of Good Luck +1.
Okay. Yeah, you would be able to find one of those for about 700 gold.
So that would be 1, 2, 48. Hold on. Good luck. Appy, I'm gonna need your help after.
No problem. Yep.
Okay. It has attunement. Also, I would like to send letter to my mother and my girlfriend that I'm alright.
No.
Okay.
And I would like to also try to send... Do I know where Pog lived?
No, you guys never found out.
Man.
Damn it. I'm gonna send a... Pog has been to my house, though. I'm going
Yes.
to send a letter to my house, also for Pog, and be like, hey, Pog, we went back to the city. We have a house there. If you ever want to come looking for us, we might not be there at the time, but we'll come back eventually. Miss you. And I would send the same off to Robin.
Okay.
And if I don't know where Robin specifically is, I will ask Clarity.
Yeah, you do know where Robin headed to. She went to Co.
Yeah, so I also get everybody in the party. I let them know that I'm sending letters. And I'd be like, you want to sign it?
I want to send a pressed flower for Robin as well, and Pog to go with.
Yeah, and I also write 2 letters of thank you letters to Karani's village and also to where Aster lives. I don't know if we can even get a letter to Karani's village technically because it's shrouded, but
You could try.
It's a wild call by way of
The Briarheart.
yeah, I tried to do that just as a hey, thanks. And in each of the letters, I would like to put like probably like how much would it cost to like I don't know for Pog and Robin get like a sylph handkerchief with like my family insignia on it.
Like 10 silver.
Okay, I'm going to get a bunch of those. I'm just gonna get, let's see, what's 10 multiplied by 10? Is 10 silver 1 gold?
Yes.
Oh, so it costs 1 gold. I'm gonna get 10 of those made,
Okay.
and I'm gonna keep 2 with me, and I'm going to send the rest. So that'll be 2, 30.
Monogrammed
Yeah,
handkerchiefs. Got it.
Fitting.
And then I am also going to say, hey, since we're a party now, shouldn't we have some sort of insignia?
What kind?
Do we even have a name?
That would
You did-
probably help our inspiration.
You did present yourselves to the king and queen as the Phixius 5, so thanks for that. But
I mean, that was then, and this is now.
Would we?
Elise would design a design, and it's like the P and the F connect. So imagine the P is right side up and the F is bottom side, so it looks like a key. What about something like that? Like a little vine around it with a star on the end, as we're all bound by such things. Nature, the constellations. Bad
Dad.
joke.
I'm here for it.
I would get 10 of those made as well.
Okay.
So I have 8 of my 8. Hold on, 8 Elise This is why I should not be trusted in a campaign to have things. Because I come up with stupid things to have.
That's not stupid.
That's stupid.
Well, okay, I'm talking about on Monday also. Where Athelstan is holding like 15 pounds of fertilizer for me.
That's an Affy problem, that's an Affy problem.
Okay.
Not really my
there's
problem.
Yeah, I would just also like to get like just some like miscellaneous sugaring gifts. Maybe we can just like perfume stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Anything like that you can find,
Yeah.
you know, in town.
We can just
So.
discuss prices and items afterwards.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
Basically, I just want to go look at my notes. That's the Mistwalker chef. That's the wrong one. Why is there just a picture of Keisha with her eyes closed?
She was making a face.
Frozen.
I also want to go
It's
talk to
happening.
Mr. Blind Beholder Man.
You wanted to do what with?
I want to go hang out
With
with Blind
him?
Beholder guy.
Okay, yeah, for sure. You can, like, you know where that bar is. You definitely can go and talk to him and stuff. And if there's something like specific that you wanted to talk to him about, we can go over that. But
Yeah, it's basically about the guy in the water who has tentacles and is following me, and I don't like him.
okay, roll me a persuasion check.
So I go up to him and I say, "Hey, sent some friends over here a while ago. Got you some business. How have you been?"
He like squints at you, and you remember he cannot fucking see. Like, there's a reason that he's called this place is the Blind Beholder. And he like, it's like, Elise. Oh yeah, I remember you. And then he's like starts like using his little telekinesis eyeball to like pour drinks and stuff.
Yeah. So I've been around lately, and I've seen well, a lot. Not in a. I've had these visions about a large tentacle mass in the Sea of Souls. You know anything about that?
Wait, what are we talking about?
The guy who's following
Yes,
me
not
and
tentacles.
around, and he goes in the Sea of Souls.
He's got chains, and he's in the river, not in the Sea of Souls.
Oh, the guy in the river.
You're getting our campaigns messed up.
I am. The guy in the river who has things and he's scary and he wants me to turn around.
I don't know about anybody in a river, but that sounds like the Chained Oblivion.
Yes. Yes.
Your best bet would be to go to the Opus and go to the library.
Okay. I tip him a gold piece.
Mhm.
I'll mark that off.
Okay.
And I say a tip for the tip.
He kind of like floats sideways a little bit in confusion.
Like a head tilt when a dog does it. Right?
Yeah, he looks like a meatball with like one little tentacle. That's what he looks like. He doesn't have the rest of his eye stalks.
It's a little meatball.
He is a little meatball.
I go.
Okay. So yeah, you go and like you do the same research that basically Karini did and get the exact same information, which I'll send you a handout. So.
That's what I wanted to do.
All right, Ram, you're up. I hate it when you do that. All right, what do we got?
Okay, to start. Things magically seem to appear around the house.
Like?
Incense at the Shrine of the Everlight. A large black and silver-lined quilt at the comfy area to Ouroboros. And in the middle of the blood pool, just one drop of oil.
Okay.
They give everybody a scarf knitted in their color. So Karini gets one in like, it's not even a scarf, it's like one of those granny shawls to go with her fanny pack. And it's
So perfect.
it's like sunflower yellow.
Aww.
Elise gets it's more like an ascot,
I'm Fred.
but made from like the finest rabbit wool angora or whatever it
You're
is.
looking for merino wool, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
Very much.
Merino wool, yep.
yeah.
Also, each of you would have gotten a Phixius monogram.
Perfect. Asher already got hers. Clarity gets one that's made from rabbit fur because it's funny, but it's purple with black ends and like little tufts of white all throughout. And
As
all-
long as
Okay.
it isn't what's it called? An almirage fur. I'm okay
No.
with that.
No, just rabbit.
Oh no.
And one day, Ram disappears for like the whole day without saying anything to anybody, which is pretty typical. But she comes back, and the right side of her chest plate is all carved up. But it's not badly carved up. If you look closer, you can see that there's specific symbols. So there's an Ophiuchus constellation, an acorn in like wrapped in like a shawl, basically.
Okay.
A sort of stylized raven with some sort of gemstone in the chest, and a mushroom stabbed with a dagger. And they're all just kind of like right in a line down her titty. Her titty plate.
Okay. You also visit Jeremy Underbelly for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I do go and get buffed with the turtle wax
Yeah.
because I'm going to take Aster on a date to the Butterfly Conservatory,
Aww.
and I even put on pants.
Wow.
Yes. Buffed and pants and cloak billowing. Because it's funny.
Yes.
I also completely, unbeknownst to me that Elise had already taken care of it, I tracked down Isla and basically wingman Clary. Well, she's not there. Just like talk her up and say she's really good, she's really nervous, she's so
Oh
pretty.
my god.
You know, I think
Yeah.
I'm like I give Isla on behalf of Clarity these sort of like runic beads to braid into her beard.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
And for my development of myself, I would like to attempt to gain the linguist feat.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a. If you go to the Opus, so like if you trail Karini one day and you go to the Opus and you actually do the fucking thing with the library and you submit a piece of information to gain access to the library, you can do this with advantage. And I will have you roll, it would be I'm going to say it's either going to be insight or either insight or arcana. I would suggest insight because you are better at that.
Oh, are we allowed to do the thing where we attempt to roll for the skills and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do I know that you're going? Or are you going separately?
I don't really say where I'm going ever. I just kind of leave.
Then never mind.
But I always come back. And
But,
I'm usually back
Karini,
for-
you would notice the Warforged in the library.
Could I give them enhanceability? Help with whatever
Sure.
they're working on?
You like
You would have
sneak
advantage.
up on Ram one day while they're like pouring through all these books. What you doing?
You like Phineas and Perp.
Just like a little pat.
you would see Ram would give a little bit of knowledge in order to go in
Yeah.
reluctantly. She would explain, not in great detail, just sort of like a vague, hand-wavy, humans would never know the difference kind of detail of what stasis was like
Okay.
Mm.
Sure.
and how awful it is.
Okay.
And then she would go in. But yeah, you would find her amongst the racks, completely ignoring the cat thing that's like up against her.
Like literally like hovering around you, just like rubbing on your head, being annoying like pasta.
I mean,
Hey,
I don't. It's not a cat hate thing. It's just like I don't want anybody to know what I'm looking for,
Yeah.
and I'm just doing it myself where possible. So you find her nose deep in a book of Yuan-Ti language translator for dummies. Because she's not smart.
Oh.
All right. So Karini, you find her face first in a book.
Scanning it like data.
Would I know
Yep.
what to help with that? Like, or
Yeah, you can see that Ram is definitely trying to like learn something. So you know that you could help.
I'll do a little. Have fun reading.
Thanks. Nothing.
A little like, definitely. I don't know. Does Ram feel like through the metal? Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of a weird question, but then it would feel like warm for a minute. You probably. I mean, you've seen Karini cast spells, so you know she did something.
What did you do?
Yeah,
What did
for
you
sure.
do? Don't walk away. What did you do?
Shh, it's a library.
Awesome.
Just have advantage.
17.
Okay, yeah. So it takes you like the better portion of the 2 months that you have, but you do learn.
Okay, cool. Yay.
Elise,
I'm
was there
very
one that you
happy.
wanted to roll for?
Yes, let me look back at what I wrote down in the thing. I've developed an accent.
And other than that, I'm basically looking for a magical great axe, a ring of protection, and like a spinning wheel and loom to make my own yarn, but also buying
Aw.
5 tons of yarn. And just tell me how much all that costs because I have an idea for the rest of my money.
Okay, yep. So yeah, you can find all of that stuff. I would say that the great axe, you can find a +1 great axe at Jeremy's shop for sure. Everything else, you can find around town. And yeah. I'm gonna come back to that in just a second.
Yeah.
So yeah, Elise.
Yeah, Elise would either want to try to get a skill in either history or religion, or try to get the inspiring leader feat. Any three?
Yeah, I would say that over the 2 months you could gain the proficiency in one of those 2 skills.
Okay.
So go ahead and pick one of them, and then I'm gonna have you roll whatever skill that is at advantage.
Cool. Do I just check mark it, or do I write it in as advantage? How would I do that?
Roll that skill at advantage first before you do anything.
Okay, so how
Whichever one you want.
I'll try to roll in history.
While you're rolling, I think I forgot to explain what Clarity's scarf was.
Maybe?
Yeah,
Explain again?
It's like a typical scarf, but this one has like pockets you can put your hands in, and also
Oh.
a hood.
Good.
Adorable.
If not, I'll use my inspiration. If that did not work.
No, that did. So, like, it takes you most of the 2 months, but you're able to gain advantage in history.
Advantage.
Or you're able to gain, not advantage, sorry, proficiency in history.
It's not like I don't coding. Help, Appy, code it.
Yeah, no. So, okay. And then anything else that anybody wants to do? I realize that we're running over here. I'm sorry.
Okay. We did all of the things, all of them.
There's so many things.
We had our time skip. It's like we'll meet you in 2 weeks, but then it's like a bunch of months. It's like the
Oh.
One Piece.
After I get my bringing in great axe and like buy the yarn and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and the sheep and the loom and the spinning wheel, then I'll
You get like a whole ass sheep to keep at your house?
a couple of them.
Okay. Yeah, you guys wake up one morning and there's
And-
just like 3 sheep out in the yard.
I also paid somebody to like take care of them since we kind of come and go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got sheep now.
That's awesome.
Aster is so happy because you now have yard clouds.
Yes.
The rest of whatever money I have, I send to Elise's mom
Oh.
Okay.
based
Aw.
on the secret that I got very early on.
Okay.
I don't even know the secret.
You don't know?
You know your secret.
Oh, the one about the thing that I know about? I thought this was a different secret.
I'll whisper it to you.
Hmm.
Oh, it's the one that you got from me when we met.
Yeah, from my book of secrets.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, so whatever's left, I basically send that.
Anyways.
Wait,
I'm
do
not
I know?
telling her, obviously. Like, I'm not going to tell
Wait,
Yeah.
do I know this?
Elise. I'm not going to tell anybody. Just do
I
it.
don't think I know. I don't think I know this.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, I do know this.
This was your secret that you gave to them.
No, I thought my secret was that my dad was missing.
No.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, this is the secret I'm working from, so that's what
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
I guess I know. Double check my notes.
All right. Anything else anybody wants to do?
Fight Club! No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Select it.
We started.
As the sort of like you guys get set up and like going forward, this will sort of be your like home base that you kind of work out of. As the sort of 2 months come to a conclusion, you all are sort of summoned back to the palace by Queen Ileana, and when you arrive, you are taken to not the throne room this time, but you are taken to sort of like a side chamber that's set up like a sort of like a war room, but not really. Like it looks like it's Sunny meme. It looks like the inside of my brain. There's just shit everywhere, and papers and all sorts of things like that. And like they've been doing their research for sure. They've been doing their research, and they say, so the queen explains to you, like, we've located solid leads on 3 other relics. We would like to send you after them if you're willing to do some work. I fear that some of these may be a little hard to obtain.
I mean, I'm made of hard stuff, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, and we've been just kind of sitting around for 2 months, so gotta do some stuff.
And I presented her a silver scarf.
She takes it very. She's like, "Did you make this?"
From my own sheep.
Lovely. I will cherish it. And she puts it on, like, immediately.
Oh.
Ram into the closet.
Alright, so she sort of leads you over to where this big table is set up, right? And like begins to explain to you that they've located 3 different relics. She tells you that the first one is something known as the Raven's Veil. And this is located in a locked vault within Veltudir. And begins to describe it as it's a robe of great power that was once worn by most likely the champion of the Raven Queen. Ram, as they describe this, you recognize the description. You were in a vault that had this very item in it when you woke up.
I kind of adjust my cloak and like give it a check.
That doesn't match that. It does not match that.
Okay.
This is like a proper mage's robe.
Not built for a peasant.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Good?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, I have a vested interest in finding this as well.
Okay, fine, I know exactly where it is.
What? Wow, why?
Because I woke up right next to it.
In that horrible place with those horrible people.
Yeah, the ones I definitely did not ever kill them. I killed all of them.
It was self-defense.
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, they were horrible people.
Yeah.
We
But
wouldn't.
it was there.
The queen explains that she says, I'm afraid that you did not get all of them.
Oh.
The Battenbrand family survives.
Well, now, Ram, we have a double vested interest in figuring it out.
No chance of them having amnesia, right?
Which one survived?
It is.
How many?
Give me
I'm
one
trying to
second
bird cake
here.
something. Or am I...
Battenbrand?
No, but aren't those a cake
We
like
need
they're
apples.
they're like 4 different little cakes, and then they're like robed in chocolate in different colors, or am I thinking of something else?
That's a Battenberg.
Oh,
Ugh.
okay.
Very close. Very close, yeah.
They're all pastry.
I watch a lot of
So,
Great British
Probably
Baking.
more delicious.
Ileana tells you that Kaskin, who you know to be the not the oldest, but the second born son of the family, and he had a particular penchant for being very nasty. He was the cruelest, for sure, of the children, and was particularly, from what you can remember, your memories are still a little bit fuzzy from that time period because you were still sort of waking up, but what you can remember from him was that he was incredibly cruel and took life with no thought. Like, he would throw people away like they were garbage.
Okay, was he there when I
He
slaughtered
was
everybody?
not there. He was not there. He had gone on to, like, his parents had sent him on a some sort of like trade trip, and he was not there when you broke out.
So, yeah, I know where it is. Everybody talk at once. It's fine. Moving on. Let's talk at
Everybody's like literally just like looking at you. Even the queen is like,
Okay, so
wake up very hungover.
when we get there,
Sounds like it'll be super easy because Ram knows everything about this.
It's
Yeah,
just one
history
guy,
check
right?
with his Family.
That's a bit of a misnomer there, but we can talk about that later. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
when we get there, we'll be with you. You know,
Can I make a history check?
we'll
about
be
this
there
family?
with you.
sure, go ahead and make a history check. Nope.
But you can do an advantage, right? 'Cause you have history advantage?
No, their history is, they're proficient in history now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you said advantage on history check.
No, it's because I had to roll first to get it with advantage.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
8
What
is...
Elise would say, yeah, are there any documents on this family, maybe in the Opus or anywhere else?
You definitely could check. They are very secretive.
Can confirm.
They
Horrible people.
they do a lot of things behind closed doors.
Yeah, like
Can
what
confirm
was
that
that?
Well,
She also tells you that they have located. They think they've located, a what's known as Event Horizon. And Ram, you know what this is.
Oh, this is just emotional damage for Ram hour.
Yeah. Well, Ram, you've seen Event Horizon in person before, because level 19 one shot, you saw it in person. So, this is in the collection of a fearsome pirate captain in Haven's Point.
Pirate. Amazing.
Maybe we could make friends with them.
I've kind of always wanted to be a pirate.
you think they know how to get to the dinosaur island?
Exactly.
Ooh.
There's so much great about pirates.
Dinosaurs.
And then finally, they also know of the location of what's known as the Key of Sparrows, which Clarity, you've heard of this? It's sort of like a white whale tale among thieves. It's supposedly this like key that can do very magnificent things. Sort of like an unbreakable skeleton key.
But like I didn't.
You think that it's like, yeah, no, you think that this thing is fake. Like, there's no way that such a thing exists. Because supposedly it can like open doors, and there are rumors of this thing that like it creates doorways.
Ooh.
But
and the queen says they.
yeah, and they tell you
information.
they have so they tell you that one is last that they have heard, that they can confirm anyways, that the last known sort of location is in hold on 1 second here. It's in a city in Darren known as Thax Gate, which is sort of in the same direction as Haven's Point. So Haven's Point is the very top of the map. So if you're looking at the Phixius map, it's the very top part of the Haven Mountains. Thax Gate is like halfway up. It's sort of a weird, like, crossing of the Haven Mountains.
Is that
So you actually kind of have to like go past it.
And that and the Event Horizon one potentially is Haven's Point. You said
Yes,
it's
they're
close
sort
to-
of in the same direction.
And those are by where the king got hurt.
Yes, they're in that sort of same direction.
Would I, from being in the war, would I know of the Key of Sparrows? Or have any interaction, or tall tales about it?
Roll me a history check at advantage. Wow.
I
Ow.
have some history. Could I try?
Sure.
So I got a 19.
Okay, so Ram, you got no fucking clue.
That's part of the broken memory slots. It's fine.
Yeah, you're still missing some stuff. So Clarity, you have heard, and all of this is sort of like secondhand, like oral knowledge that's been passed down through different Thieves Guild members, and like just tall tales. It's
Right.
everything that you've heard of this thing. It sounds impossible, but there are rumors of this thing being a key that can be used instead of like thieves' tools to open doors. It sort of is like a key for all doors, and it can also there are stories of it doing things like allowing the person to go unseen, or allowing the holder to be able to move very quietly, or there are even tales of it being able to, if pressed against a wall, it creates a door. But it's always been sort of this thing that like people talk about but nobody really believes in.
The Holy Grail of the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I might say, like I've definitely heard of this, but I didn't really think it was real.
We can confirm that it at least something called the Key of Sparrows exists. Perhaps it's not as fantastic, but it is confirmed to be a thing.
You can see how people could, overestimate something, and the tales keep getting taller. But
the queen sort of motions at Aster's hair, and she says, "Well, the Salmaline's tear turned out to be quite real. Perhaps these are as well." And Ram, you can 100% confirm that Event Horizon exists.
I can 100% confirm that Event Horizon and the Raven's Veil exist. As I've seen them. Whether they
deny that it exists. I just don't maybe think that it can make doors where there are none.
I have seen some crazy shit. I would not be surprised if that sort of item existed at one point. Whether it still does or not is an entirely different question.
I mean, if we need to go find it, we can go find it.
Better us than somebody else.
So,
Agreed.
Please
Do we
supply
have
up and
the airships?
yeah, you do. She gave you passage. Like she gave you a letter that gave you passage on the airships.
You know, it would be much faster if we could just commandeer one.
I'm afraid I cannot do that.
Worth a shot. Alright, no air pirating for us.
Does Bilphis know about an airship? How much would we need to give Bilphis over time?
Tens of thousands of gold.
How many coffee patches?
Can I learn how to make coffee patches?
Question.
Become his dealer.
Yes.
Could we arrange for someone to watch the property while we're gone? Do you have any trusted people in your repertoire that you would recommend?
Oh, I already hired somebody to watch the chief. They can probably use you in the house too.
Oh, that would be lovely. Just make sure that nothing is moved around, as in it's clean, but it's not like stolen.
Yeah, for sure. You guys can find a housekeeper somewhere in town, but
sending stones to communicate with them and be like, "Hey, sheep, good?"
Please send pictures of my fluffy cloud babies.
I don't think we can do that by a sending stone.
And the plants.
Yeah.
please take some time to supply up and prepare yourselves. I have a feeling some of this will not be easy. I realize it is an uneasy task I ask of, and she looks at Ram, given your history. We have done a little bit of research. There are rumors of a person made of metal breaking out of a very important dwarven household.
I don't know who that would have been. That was me. It was me.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay. I killed everybody except that one guy because he wasn't there.
Yeah, we are.
Got
We've seen the reports.
I also set a thing on fire in Wild Call.
We've seen those reports as well.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Okay.
This
A
is
lot of people like, are you sure you want me to do this? Because diplomacy, the lead is bag. I'm the punch person.
I assume that's why you all traveled together.
Yes.
Yeah, we need a punch person because I'm not gonna do it.
I'm not very good at punching. I mean,
You
I
heal the punch person.
I heal the punch person, yeah.
I look and I hold out my wrist and it goes limp.
I heal the punch person and the stab people and the glass cannons. You know.
Yes.
I'm just
Oh.
always there.
Hey, you heal too.
Sometimes.
So you sort of like are given leave, of the queen and head back home, and are sort of able to gather in your house and figure out what sort of plan you want to do. But that's what we're going to call it for the night because it's starting to get late. So yeah, you guys have some choices to make.
Which one of these is
South
closest?
South or north?
one is
So
closest?
looking at the
East.
map, hold on, let me pull up I'll push this map to you. Okay, so one of them is going to be one of them is there, and then there's one. Oopsies. Way the hell up here.
Oh gosh! Wow.
And then there's another one here.
That's the closest, technically.
Yeah. So you could via airship go to Baguna and then over to the one. So the southernmost one, that's the one that's in Thaxgate. That's the rumor for the Key of Sparrows. Event Horizon is to the north, and the Vale of Ravens is to the south, or the Ravens Vales to the south. So it's sort of up to you where you would like to go, but there are challenges involved with all of them, and just sort of depends on whose backstory you want to go fuck up first. So, but take the week and talk about it in the group chat, and we will pick it up there next week.
Sounds good. Don't forget to join us on not Sunday, Monday, right here for Mistwalkers. Our Sunday game is canceled because of the superb owl and homework. So real life, that does the thing. I'm just looking for somebody to raid, and I don't see a whole lot of people on. So
I don't.
Yeah, maybe.
is Plush?
Oh yeah, Plush.
Yeah.
Oh
Should be.
yeah.
Oh yep. so we could go bother him.
In my server that he was going live a little bit ago.
Okay, awesome. Well, we'll raid Plush. And yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. Sorry it was a bit of a long haul, but we appreciate you. So stick around for the raid and we'll see you on Monday.